You ready for this shit, nigga?
No, I ain't ready.
Oh man,
I don't think I'm ready for that shit.
I kind of don't like it when they tell everybody. They should just do it like 2 days before it. You know what I'm saying?
They had to shut people up.
They gave us a whole week to fucking gossip. You know these niggas. Oh my god, what the fuck y'all be posting in this shit, bruh? What is this shit?
Yo,
Oh
Jemiah, get
my
your ass
god,
in here, yo.
bruh, look at this shit with the bitch with the braces, bruh. Y'all niggas is ridiculous, dog. You seen that shit?
No.
That shit make my skin crawl, nigga.
Hold on, let me see. Let me see
Let
here.
me get out of this fucking room, bruh.
You coming? What's up, guys? What's up, Doc? Can y'all hear me?
You streaming already, dog? That shit make my skin crawl, nigga.
Hold on, let me see. Oh
You don't
yeah,
get nigga
yeah.
one or nothing. Just
Nope,
go
I
ahead.
like that's that.
Okay.
That's that. You
I
see what
could
we
be saying
seeing?
some incriminating ass shit, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The video background.
Oh, I don't know who put this in there, yo. That wasn't me.
Yeah, I don't know. Shit.
Are you talking about the one with the Pikachu?
Nah, man, the bitch with the braces and she like giving the niggas some fellatio or some shit.
What room was this?
Yes, if you go back in the timeline, I think it's sometime in August somebody posted that
Oh,
shit.
oh, you know. And everybody knows. All right, let's get this shit started. Let's get it started. Welcome. Yo, how come it's not? How come it's just only recording this dude? Hold on. What's going on, sick? Hello. It's hot as shit in this room, so if you see me glistening, it's because it's greasy. Okay, so I don't know why it blocked them. That was weird. Either way, let's get this shit started. We got a couple of topics to talk about. Lots of interesting things that has been going on. So, Magnificent Black, we got two things to talk about. Which one would you like to talk about first? The PlayStation Showcase or the
That's,
influencer and misinformation?
oh man, I don't. Let's talk about this. I guess your boy, the influencer and shit. Let's get that shit out the way.
Oh, that nigga. That
Saying,
nigga.
that's
Ooh,
the one I don't
ooh,
want to talk
ooh.
about. Let's talk about the shit we don't want to talk about.
That's why you don't want to talk about Mr. Man.
Yeah, that shit's stupid, man. That shit don't make no damn sense, dog.
So it's okay. So I'll say again, welcome to the No Filter Podcast. We talk about a myriad of things, and then we have one off-topic thing, which you'll see here. You see here, Sony just put up a blog. What blog is
Uh-oh.
this?
No shit.
Horizon free updates. Oh, hold on. See, y'all fucking me up. Listen, if they did that shit, that's okay. If they did that shit, that's okay. Like I'm not mad at that. But hold on, where you see this shit at? Y'all hold on,
Nah,
hold on.
somebody trolling, bro. I mean, it don't matter though. But, it'd be nice to shut people the fuck up. They gonna find
Man,
something
it's
to complain
looking
about
rough.
anyways.
I know, right? I looked at shovel, right? Hold on. Let me take a look here. This shit got me all fucked up. Yo, so anyway, we're gonna introduce ourselves as we already did before. Mr. Magnificent Black, what have you been up to lately?
Oh, man, bro, I've been on some
What's been interesting for you today?
just revisiting a lot of different fighting games and shit. I've been in the mood to finish up. I look back at some of the games I got that I rebought for the PlayStation 4 that I had on PS3. And they got different trophies and shit. So I was let me go back and finish up some of these combo trials, you know what I'm saying? So I just been doing a lot of combos and shit. And that's been fun. You know what
I've
I'm
been
saying?
seeing
I've been
what you
getting my
were
little short
doing.
burst of video games in that way. Yeah, but it's been a real tiring week. I've been busy as fuck at work, so I just be, get my little short burst of video games in that way. And that shit been holding me over, bruh. Shit been cool. But yeah,
Uh,
I beat Hades was fire. But that's one of them games where you got to beat it more than once. You know what I'm saying? Or you're not getting the best out of the game. So that's just the beginning when you beat it the first time. It's kind of like how they do Returnal.
So let me ask you,
You know,
now
you
that
gotta
you
beat
have
it multiple
beaten,
times.
you platinum
No,
Hades?
I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it.
So
I just beat.
as you play now, how do you feel about Hades against Returnal?
Everybody, don't put it against Returnal, dog.
Just
I can't.
human
All
this
right, let
nigga.
me. I'm gonna say it straight up because I don't like to pick games against other games.
I'm sure you
But
do.
if I had to, if you didn't give me a choice, I would say Returnal got that shit. But that don't mean that Hades is bad.
I'm
Like I
not
hate.
saying that. I just want to say,
All
hold on
right,
for a minute. Hold on. Fucking call me. Oh, please don't bust my ass. Okay.
what's going on?
So I just checked it.
Mm-hmm.
Sony did reverse operations for Horizon.
Reverse operations.
So okay, so yo, the King, he said for the players looking to have access to both the PS4 and the PS5 versions of Horizon Forbidden West, please purchase the digital deluxe or collectors. Dual Ultimate does not apply. Hold on. Nah, they just added something to the end of the blog post. Oh,
No,
who is correct here?
yo, can you screenshot that shit? I mean, like screen cap it and put it on
I
the
don't
stream.
I don't even know where people are getting it from. I don't know where he's getting it from. The Heat got to Sony. So let me see here. I'm sorry. Before we start this shit, and I apologize. I mean, let me see here. Horizon Forbidden West. Oh shit. That's not what I want to do. Fucking bitch. I hate fucking Twitter. No, delete. Delete. Let me see. Horizon Forbidden West. Okay. So let me see here. Hold on. An update regarding Horizon Forbidden West. Okay. So I see it here. Hold on. Hold on. See, I don't want to fuck with the stream and shit like that. That's why I don't want to touch it. You still there, Black?
Yeah, I'm here, fam.
That shit must be getting hammered.
Yeah, site moving slow.
Hell yeah, that shit's moving slow. I can't go there. Okay, so somebody screened it. Last year, we made a commitment to deliver free games for our cross-gen launch titles, which includes Forbidden West. While the pandemic profound impact pushed Forbidden West out of the launch window we had initially envisioned, we will stand by our offer. Players who purchase Forbidden West on the PS4 will be able to get. Yep, they reversed it. They
What? But you
reversed it.
see, I don't really don't want to get into this shit, but the way that they just worded it, they said we're gonna stand by our offer as if they originally offered
Them
it for
niggas is
free.
lying. How you got? If you
So
would have stand by your offer originally, then you'd have never would have pulled that shit.
yeah, so I don't. That's what I'm saying. It's like what the fuck? That's what I don't get. What they gotta fix their messaging, bro.
I
Like
think
just make it. They got all right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all heard of the fucking phrase "keep it simple, stupid." Dog. That's a fucking phrase that most businesses need to go by, dog. You have to, or you get confused. You get confusion like this. The fact that we even talking about this shit is dumb. It's so fucking stupid. Like everybody, it should be no question whether or not it was free or not. We should fucking know that shit. Now, if they did it or not, like I read the shit when I read it again, I was like, okay, yeah, it does say that they're not giving it for free. But the fact that I had to read that shit twice because you was like, some of the niggas was like, hold up, I read it before y'all niggas posted this shit, but I was like, damn, let me go back and read it again because niggas is saying that it don't say it. So I'm like, hold up, it don't say it. I said, okay. But the fact that I had to go back and read it again, that should mean that they could have wrote it a little bit more simpler. It ain't because I'm stupid. It's because that they wrote it in the kind of
nigga, you are
mixed way.
stupid.
They talking in
God.
their marketing
I'm
speak.
playing.
You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
they don't
but you
got
know
to talk
what?
everything in marketing speak, especially when you're talking to consumers.
So
They
here's the
wrote it
thing.
like that on purpose, bro. Like
No,
that was written like that on purpose.
I don't think they
Yeah.
read it. This is what I think happened, and I guess we all have we can all agree to disagree, right? This is what I
Mm-hmm.
believe has happened. Initially, people questioned the fact that Horizon Forbidden West was cross-gen anyway, and were pissed. They were totally upset about that shit. They were like, "Well, Why? Nigga, you said that we believe in generations, right? That's what they said. We
Yeah.
believe in generations. And they were just saying, yeah, you can believe in generations. That don't mean that we're just going to completely alienate everybody. So here's the thing that we're doing. Our plan, our strategy is to soften the transition because we know that there's a pandemic and everything out there. And for those games that are taking advantage of the PlayStation 5, you will get the experience of those games on a PS4. Not to be misconstrued, not to say that it's going to fuck up your experience because it's going to take advantage of the next generation. That's fine or whatever the case is. But don't, you know what I mean? We're going to have that. And to make it even easier for the launch games that have come out, we're going to give them free upgrades. They were trying to tackle two things at once, and it was a conversation, not like a
Mm.
blog post. This whole thing was a conversation. Now, I will say this though, absolutely, 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 right? Because of how crazy this shit was trending, now you need a PR person to kind of fix it because originally this wasn't like them announcing something. This was a conversation. So they had to kind of like mix that shit together. It was just a lot going on. But listen, I stick by what the fuck I said. Nowhere in that fucking blog post did they say, yo, what's up, Link? That they said that they were gonna give that shit for free. They said launch games. Launch games are only one thing that came out when the console have launched. That's the only thing you can really interpret, honestly. Jemiah, what were you saying again? What was your hypotheses?
What do you mean?
You were saying that you said something earlier.
I don't know. All I know is Sony is now they're saying launch window. Like when was Horizon was never in the was it Horizon ever in the launch window for
No,
fucking
like you said yesterday, it wasn't. You said that shit
like
yesterday.
what the hell? Because it says launch games. It didn't say anything about launch window. Sony out here two-stepping and shit because they didn't want to feel that heat. You know what I mean? Which is bullshit. Now you're gonna have. I mean, I'm glad that they changed it, but now you're gonna have people who acting like they were right when they were fucking wrong the whole entire time. Just because Sony reversed position doesn't mean you were right. You know what I
Doesn't
mean?
that just piss you off? Oh, that gets on my nerves. Black, what's going on with this?
Oh man, I don't know, man. I think this whole shit's stupid. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Regala edition is secured, my nigga. Fuck all this shit, all this free talk. I don't care, dog. Like I don't care, dog. Fuck this shit, man.
It
Like
really
for real though.
there's some
Let's
thing there's some
let's move
thing
on.
there's I will say this, right? I will say this because again, and let me see here. Okay, so sick I said what's up to logical nonsense. What's going on? Quanvo, what's going on? Lionel, what's going on? Umar, you know what it is. King, if I didn't say it, you know what it is. What's going on? Let me see here. That's the thing. They never actually said that. I never actually care. I got a PS5. That's the interesting thing, right? If these b- journalists, bloggers, whatever the fuck is, if they already have a PS5, why the fuck do you care if it works backwards? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand what were you trying to do? And they did reverse course. Immortal, what's going on? They did reverse course, and that's cool. But I stick by what I said. I provided the proof here that clearly states that they never said that shit. Now, there was a game which is Metro Exodus and Doom. Both of those games are third party, right? And they are technically cross gen at this point in time when they kind of listed that shit out there. Appreciate that, Immortal. Um, they gave us a patch that had ray tracing and everything else, all the next generation features, and it was for free. So it is the right thing to do. I'll say that it is the right thing to do. But they shouldn't have said that they committed to it. Now you guys have fucked up. This is what happens when you fuck up, right? This is what's going to happen. They're going to be very explicit with their words, where you can't fuck up with this shit anymore. This is, but shout out to King Thrash. He did say that every time y'all motherfuckers complain and bitch, you just make this platform better. Like the little shit that you're complaining about, all y'all doing is making the platform better. Now that's cool. That's what we're supposed to do as consumers. Moving on. Our first topic is the PlayStation Showcase, yo. Sony has finally came out the woodworks and was like, bam, September 9th. We about to get all y'all panties wet. The question here is, how are they going to get us hot and bothered? How are they going to do that? And I got a clue. Here again, I did a lot of like speculatory videos and stuff like that. But now that it's so close, I want to hear you guys. What do you guys think of what's going to happen on this event, this showcase? And by the way, Lionel, I think it wasn't a release. They weren't stating shit. Like they were having a conversation and that shit gets misconstrued. Now they're going to be even more aloof unless they have all that shit in the world. But that being
Real
said,
quick before we move on though, like when the fuck did Sony say that Horizon was coming out in the launch window? Like when was that? Like when? Like show me when Sony said that Horizon was gonna come out in 2020.
who said they did?
They're saying that they said, oh, they said launch window when they clearly said launch titles. You know what I mean? Like,
And
I
that's so
don't like the
annoying.
fact that Sony bent to the public's way, and now people who are actually fucking wrong are gonna go on Twitter and say, look there, we were right, we spoke out. Shut the fuck up. You didn't do shit. This is
You
complete bullshit.
you
That's all I'm
told
gonna say.
you told me that social media didn't have that much of a pull. No one cares a small
It
microcosm.
wasn't. It was the Paul Tassies, it was the Forbes articles, it was that bullshit. Like, it was not niggas on Twitter, believe
No,
me.
but they were retweeting that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. Like I said before,
Yeah, it's a symbiotic relationship where influencers fucking get propped up by these fucking fanboys, and then vice versa. Then the article gets written, and then everybody has some kind of steam to it. But if Sony was literally going to stick by their word and give free upgrades, this shit would have never happened. They're fucking full of shit. I hate when companies do this shit, and now everybody's like, look at Sony, they're so amazing. Sony, listen, you fucking dumb motherfuckers, bro. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
I don't think it's a Sony thing. I think it's just that it's
Bro,
they
any
think.
company though,
No, no,
any
no,
company
no,
who
no. I
pulls this
think
shit, bro.
I think that this is the power trip of social media. They think that they somehow moved a giant fucking company. You know what I'm saying? And it obvious it shows that they did kind of sort of
Fuck
move the
is a
giant
launch
fucking.
window, Lionel? When's the launch window? From fucking November 2020 to fucking summer 2021? Come on, bro. Like, come on. All right, fucking what's this game? But Ratchet and Clank came out before Horizon. So when the fuck was Horizon scheduled to come out? I'm curious. It
I
was
don't know,
never
man.
scheduled to come out.
I
And they
said this
never
shit
had a
last
date.
night, bro. I said it last night. I said the launch window thing, that is no true definition of launch window. Only what everyone has in their mind is what a launch window is. You could say your game came out within the first year, and that could be launch window, dog, in some people's minds. That's what I was saying. They used some terms that they shouldn't have used, and I believe it's whoever was head of marketing. They made a mistake. You can't write shit like that and then expect for there to be no confusion, dog. It's what it is. It's their job to fucking write things in a way to where there's no mistake about it. You know what I'm saying? But when you
And,
say launch window, when you use the word launch, it kind of leaves things open for interpretation, dog. It's what I was talking about last night. I was like, okay, I'm sure they meant this, but they said this, and then they made other people think this. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like they left things open. They could have did a little better job
Bro,
of
just like
messaging.
with the cross gen shit. Oh, we believe in. We're not gonna have any whatever. Okay, now God of War's gonna be cross gen. Sony
Right.
keeps flip flopping on their words every fucking time they feel like they need to change the narrative in the media, which is fucking bullshit to me. And
Everybody
then,
hanging on their every word too, and the thing that's they hanging on their every word and they misinterpreting shit. So they got to be really careful about what they say going forward. This shit keep happening back to back, dog, and
Yeah.
it's taking away the attention from what we supposed to be focusing on. What the fuck is going on next week? We talking about fucking free upgrades and shit. It's just dumb.
You know what?
It's ridiculous, dog.
And what pisses me off, right, about Horizon, I promise you guys, I'm gonna try to get back into, in the topic. But what cracks me up, like you said, Jemiah, how did these stands come to be, right? Because if I recall correctly, these people said that the Horizon Zero Bore, you know what I'm saying? They couldn't stand this game. Aloy was a dry ass character. She can't climb nowhere. The gameplay was boring. All of a sudden, these guys are breaking their fucking necks to get this game. Are you really? For real?
bro, they're not gonna be playing this game, bro. They're gonna
They're
fucking
gonna
buy the
find. They're
game
gonna buy
and they're
it.
not gonna
Find
play it. They're
something.
not
They're
gonna
gonna
beat it.
buy it. They're gonna find something wrong with it. That's what they're gonna do. I just wish, yo, plus Ultra, what's going on? I just wish that they utilized the PlayStation 5, and this cross gen is terrible. So fucking annoying. Like, you said that you don't even fucking want cross gen. That's what you said. You know, now all of a sudden you want cross gen. Bro, you know when you're on top, people are going to pick at you. Yo, you right. Right. That's how Biggie Smart got killed. So going back to PlayStation Showcase, right? I personally believe that it's gonna be fire. Fire. But why though? Black, what do you think is gonna be there?
I believe. First of all, this shit gonna be fire. They've been quiet for a long time, and they've been holding shit back because they want to blow the roof off the fucking house. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's gonna be there, but I can take a educated guess that God, we're gonna get some God of War,
Mm.
maybe some GT7. On God, on God. We more than likely gonna get some maybe some Horizon Forbidden West, or maybe another trailer. Maybe I don't know, but I want to be there, and I can't get it out my fucking head. I want some Capcom shit to be there, bro. Whether it's I want something from their fighting game division, something that screams next gen.
I'm sorry you said
You know what
Capcom?
I'm saying? Don't talk about Capcom like that. No, but yeah, you know what it is. I want them to step it up, dog, in their fighting game division because they've been doing really good things outside of that. But Street Fighter, I need Street Fighter 6 to be there. On God,
Okay. Now Street Fighter 6. Mm. Composite or the compost Smurf. I mean, they kind of, yeah, honestly. You know what really fucked it up in terms of cross gen is the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? That put a wrench in a whole bunch of shit. I know everybody keeps defaulting to that, but it did though. It did.
So the pandemic push. I hate to keep bringing it back, but the pandemic pushed fucking Horizon a year back.
No. It forced them to do crossplay. They're trying to get every piece of money that they can do.
Oh,
Not
fucking
that.
lying ass Sony. Anyways, as far as yo, these niggas is liars,
I don't
bro.
really. It's
Like,
not the Sony thing. It's the people. We want to talk about the influencers though. That's the biggest fucking. Ooh, gosh, man. And you know the funny thing is, in Australia, yo, they're thinking about giving you, or in order for you to use Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and all other stuff, you're going to need like a point system, like your driver's license. And on one side of the hand, these we gotta talk about it later. Shit, why Street Fighter 6, man? I know you like fighting games, but what did Street Fighter 5 do for you that was so delicious? Black.
Street Fighter 5 actually disappointed me in the beginning of the generation. It's a game that I played. I was disappointed with. I left it, and then I came back to it after a long time, and then I started enjoying it later on. But I want it to be more like Street Fighter 4. They're probably not gonna go back there. But the thing is, I want them to put more love into the game. I don't feel the love anymore, bro. You know what I'm saying? The magic. I don't feel the magic anymore.
You felt it
Like
in
when I was
4?
playing Street Fighter 4 last night, I felt the magic. I was like, oh my god, nostalgia chills down my back, bro. There's just everything from the sound to the combos to everything just felt fucking like, oh yeah, this is Capcom. When I play Street Fighter 5, I don't feel that. It feels soulless almost in a way. You know what I'm saying? That magic ain't there. It's corny as fuck. Sony Capcom always had some corny shit, but it was kind of funny in a humorous way. But they do a lot of dumb shit in the background. And Street Fighter 5 is like it's just feel dumb. It feel like nobody put any love into it. I just don't feel the love, dog. But with the dude that was over Monster Hunter, him over the fighting game division now, I think they might do some good shit. I'm hoping for it at least. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like right now, who's really hungry right now and who's really doing the damn thing is Arc System Works. And I hope that whatever Arc Systems Works is putting the fire on and Capcom ass, though, because they right now they running shit.
I don't want
Guilty
to.
Gear is fire, bro.
I
And
don't want to
I want
sound
the same
like.
shit from Capcom.
I don't want to
Yeah.
sound like um an Xbot, right? But what if Sony did purchase Arc System.
I think it'd be right in line with what they've been doing with the. That should be fire, bro. I mean, we still gonna get the games anyways. We already get, you know what I'm saying. But it would just be a nice ass look. You know what I'm saying. It would fit because they over Evo anything fighting game related. If they purchase it, it just fucking fits. You know what I'm saying. But they don't. I don't feel like they have to though. At the end of the day, but it would be a
So
nice thing to be like, okay, yeah, we got the fighting games on lock.
Compost Smurf said that Street Fighter 6 is possibly like a ways off.
Nah, I don't think so. They delayed it. Actually, it was supposed to drop 2020, but the rumor is they got delayed because of bad testing. So more than likely, it's going to drop this year after Capcom Cup.
But okay.
Next year, excuse me, early next year.
But
So
what did they
maybe
tell you?
by
What kind
April.
of did they tell you? What kind of direction that they're going to go?
From what I heard, it did testing bad because they did like some tag team bullshit, and that's why they let go Yoshirina Ono.
Tag
The
team.
dude, yeah, they was on some tag team shit. So
What do you mean?
that's what the rumor is. Well, you can tagging multiple characters and shit
Oh
with
no! Why
multiplayer.
would they
They were
do
going
that?
that route,
Oh
and then
no!
that's what the rumor is, and it's like it falls in line with Buddy getting fired and demoted and shit, where they basically forced him out the company with embarrassment and shit because the nigga got demoted and he was working for a
Mm,
few. Then he ended up quitting.
well, because the mechan. Oh man! See, if it was a spinoff, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But like I don't know. Like this is why I say Crapcom, because they have a tendency to do shit like this. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit that's irritating. It's weird because when they fuck themselves over so badly, they tend to become like a phoenix and rise. And they did the same thing with Resident Evil, but then they had like a fucking mishap with Resident Evil 3 remake. So that's the thing that kind of pisses me off about them. Nothing but bad surrounding rumors surrounding that game. So Smurf was like, there's a lot of bad shit going on. I don't know why you have so much faith. I guess this is like hope rather than faith. You
Yeah.
hope.
Like I said, they got the dude who was over Monster Hunter. He did the good ass job over Monster Hunter. He's over the fighting game division now, and the DLCs have been really good since he been over that division. The communication's been a lot better. So I'm seeing some good things. And I'm hoping it's going to translate into next gen. That's all.
So
But
so let me
I'm
so
looking
let
for
me so
moves.
let me tell
Yeah.
everybody that's here. Thank you guys for being over here. I really appreciate it. Oh, I got some juicy
Yo, shout outs to the
juicy
chat,
beliefs.
man.
They and shout out to Sick, yo. He recommended a couple of people to be here as well.
Yeah, shout out to that nigga sick. He
It's
doing a
sick.
Twitter
Shit.
space right now. I really want to beat that motherfucker right now, yelling at ponies. But
This nigga.
Shout out
Well,
to
I'm gonna
Sick.
hold it down for my boy Josh
yeah,
though.
I really do appreciate you guys. But now that I'm speaking to you, I know that you're not a pony, that you're a PC Master Race FN. But what is your hopes for? And it could be anything, even from a trailer. What is your hopes for this PlayStation showcase?
I mean, honestly, I would like to see a new IP, something that we haven't seen at all, like just something out of the blue. I'm sick of all these remakes. Everybody wants Metal Gear Solid and Silent Hill remake and all this sci-fi filter shit. I just want to see a brand new IP that's gonna blow us out of the water. Something new, something fresh, something different. You know what I mean? Something innovative. Like I think Returnal was one of those games where it was like it has a familiar cadence to like those other type of games like that. But like it feels fresh and new. You know what I mean? I think Sony needs to do more of that instead of remaking every goddamn game that they have under their IP.
Okay. So you want something fresh? Anything in particular? Any type of genre?
I really would like them to do an actual like high fantasy RPG type of game, something like that. You know what I mean? Like, cause like you're gonna get the God of Wars. We probably gonna get another Horizon. We're gonna get probably some GT7. You know what I mean? We're gonna get the typical stuff, but like, I don't think any Sony studios have ever made it like a true like high fantasy magic, swords, type of RPG. Like, I would like to see that out of Sony.
No, they haven't. But there are some IPs. Remember a while ago, the higher ups, I think it was Jim Ryan or Herman Ho said that there's like 24 unique IPs mixed with third party. But even if you cut that number in half, shit, even if you cut that number in half, you can at least expect 5 different IPs. I hope what do you call it? Abandon isn't one of them. But here's what I was kind of speculating because they definitely want to invigorate, right, the existing titles that they have. You know what I'm saying? I know this is a little bit far fetched, but um, but here's what I believe, right? I mean, and then you also have the China. What was it again? Fucking
Not
weed.
a Hero Project.
Yeah.
Niggas say fucking weed, bitch ass nigga.
China Hero Project. I
Mhm.
believe. I know you don't want to hear anything about what do you call that shit again? Remakes. But I believe Bloodborne will make it there. I believe that will be there
As
uh,
a what, remake
as a
or a
remake.
remaster? Why
Remake.
would they remake Bloodborne? They make,
You don't, man. A lot of people are asking for it, but I
but
feel like because a
should they
lot
make
of
a part two?
it's from software stuff. That's the thing. Like if they're not available to make the game because they're still working on Elden Ring, it's possible that they are not there yet. But you can still use Blue Point. They can probably announce that they acquired Blue Point, right? And then there's some kind of TVs on. Yo, who's that?
No,
His TV on?
it's not me.
Jemiah,
Yo,
was that you?
what are you talking about?
You had like a podcast going on in the back.
How did you hear that?
That nigga, that nigga
All
cheating on the
my
phone.
sounds coming through my speaker.
Oh, we heard it.
Nah, but they should get Nixus to do the patch on the Bloodborne, bro. Like
No, no,
let
no. This is
everybody
not
else do
going to
their
be.
own
This is
thing.
not going to be a patch. That's what I'm saying. I
I think
think,
that's all we need though. I don't need a remake
but
though. Like
I
nigga,
think
give us
Blue
the
Point.
patch.
I think Blue Point has been toiling away at this game, and I think they're going to christen Blue Point, and then they
Mm.
can do their own thing with a Bloodborne remake. You know what I'm saying? We are obviously going to see God of War. That's definitely going to be a thing. So that's going to be there. I do think that Factions is going to at least a trailer for Factions to see
I
what they've
doubt
been
it.
working on. I know it's a little far fetched. I get it. I know, but I think Factions, a little piece of it will be there. More importantly, I think that they're going to definitely have like a little sizzle reel of existing games, and in this reel,
Yo, I hope Factions is free because we're gonna be back here again.
yo, you are
Yo,
so salty, yo.
because this is like the third
Nah,
time
it's
Sony
real
has done
shit,
this
bro.
shit, come out and been like, oh yeah, we heard you with Miles Morales. Fuck up, nigga. You didn't hear shit. You sketchy motherfuckers, bro.
You gotta see what working, bro. That's what it is. Like, can we get?
Yo, come
Oh
on
fuck! All right,
now.
maybe next
Come
time.
on,
Maybe next
guys.
time. That's what they
Sony
doing,
keeps
bro.
doing this shit, and then they come out and change it, then they're fucking heroes. It's like the third time they've done the same strategy, bro. Come on. This is nonsense.
Hey, yo, I swear, if they really planned this to be like their own hero, like on some fucking, what do you call that movie again? That little kids movie, The Incredibles. Pretend
Yeah, the
like
Incredibles. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Pretend like you a fucking enemy. You know what I'm saying? Or or manufacture all of this just for them to come out on top as a hero. That would be some meta shit. That'd be crazy. But like I said before, I think with this sizzle reel that they're gonna have, like they're gonna probably show Ghost of Tsushima in their co-op. You know what I'm saying? They're probably gonna end up showing just the stuff that
Nah.
they had before. Maybe show some what do you call it? They probably won't show any more story that much for Horizon Forbidden West. They probably will show some sort of multiplayer component. Um, co-op is what I mean. That has nothing to do with the story. And lastly, I think they're going to finally unveil the Returnal co-op.
Ooh,
I don't think Returnal's gonna get
that
co-op.
man said Returnal co-op.
I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna. Every game that they had so far, I think it was 2 players. You can at least have something in there. But I think they're gonna be like, "Floof," and unlift that shit, like just to invigorate, just to show them that they have continued support of existing IPs, to show them that this is just a strong flex.
Mm.
But that comes back to my second point, right? I sat there and I was just looking at the gamescape, right? And I noticed we have a lot of shitty games in the US, in the West. And what's happening is that the China Chinese is coming in making some ill shit. We're not talking about the monk game. What was that other game again?
Talking about Fist.
No, no. Well,
Oh, Black
Fist.
Wukong.
No, not the Wukong. Um,
Um,
what's that
The
other
other
one? They just
joint with
showed
the
it. It looked
with
like
the
Gears
monk
of
in the
War.
all white.
No, it looked like Gears of War.
like
Like
Gears of War.
it's like over the shoulder, and they had like these little machinery squid looking matrix things. They just showed it on the blog.
I'm not even
Oh,
sure.
you talking about the joint they just released? Like
What the
yeah, I
fuck
forgot the
game is
name of
that?
it.
What the fuck game was that?
Did
Let me
they
see.
show it on PlayStation?
It's like a looter shooter.
YouTube?
I think it is. And do you know if it's if China has anything to do with it? I think they did say it was a China project. Let me see here. PlayStation. Ooh, Guilty Gear. They have a beginner's guide how to play Giovanna. Fuck that
Huh.
bitch.
That's a beginner character.
Giovanna. She's sexy though. She can get all the business. Anyway, let me see here. If I look at the videos, Mac 3 would come to the show. Hell no. You got fucking Mark Cerny.
Is it
Uh
Project Magnum?
I think it is Project
Yeah,
Magnum.
that
Yes, it
Project
is.
Magnum.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
That's a China project, right?
Oh, I didn't see this joint.
Nixon subsidiary Nat. Is
That sounds Chinese as fuck.
Nat Games probably that do sound like some foreign shit. Oh God.
Mark Cerny's gonna come on the stage. He'd be like, did you guys miss me? Um, I now you see the type of shit that I was talking about when we were talking about the SSD and how
I tell you
powerful.
one thing though. This shit, all this shit taught me is I should have mind my business. I should have been in my PC place, minding my fucking business. And here I am dragged out with these peasants, get my fucking robe sullied. I feel fucking disgusted right now.
Shit
This
do make you feel
how you
dirty.
think
That
I feel? How you think I feel? I made a video. It was like they were right. They are in the
Oh,
right, and now they're fucking validated right off rip. But like I was saying before, because we want to talk
this
about
is
that.
soft.
We go soft. Every time I hear
Kobe,
soft, I think of Kobe, yo.
Kobe,
Soft,
nigga.
soft. That dude was angry. Who did that drug, Jemiah? um. So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. The only people that are really showing that the West has some innovative juices is Sony. It really is. Like China is creeping up and taking shit in terms of their games, and they're just getting more and more innovative. Shit, some of the stuff is more innovative than the Japanese stuff that they got going on. The Japanese stuff is like they're afraid to go further than a PS2 game with better graphics. I mean, some of the stuff that I've seen, like the Project Magnum, I don't know if that was in game. Whatever the fuck they are, they're super efficient, like super fucking efficient.
I think we should
Uh,
embrace it though, dog. We should definitely embrace it.
no, you
It's the
need competition.
competition
You
thing.
need comp. You
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think that some of these motherfuckers they resting on their laurels, dog. They're getting comfortable. They're not putting out the best games that they can put. They putting out unfinished games, and for another country to start pumping out some good shit, and people like, yo, fuck that, I'm gonna buy this instead of this. That's good. Hell yeah, all day.
Because
You know what I'm saying?
that's the same thing that's happening with Sony anyway. Sony has to be on their A game at all times, or else you get this fucking 180-degree bullshit, you
Mhm.
know, and they have to save face and stuff like that. Now it's interesting. This is another thing that I kind of want to talk about, which you know, who's this? Sean Layton said this shit too. Western developers playing it too safe in general, copying trends, chasing safe money. Horizon for better runs from PS5, question, free upgrade, houseway. Hey, you so mad, so salty. Um, this is one of the
House
things.
big.
This is the one of the things that I am a little bit nervous on. And you're right, Smurf. Like that is what's going on with the Western developers, but it kind of ties in to what's happening with the just AAA games because Sean Layton kind of came out and said why he doesn't want to do that shit anymore. How he went to a different company and stuff like that, and fine. he wanted to go to a different company. Um, but he mentioned that the inflation of game development, the cost of games, is like super high right now, like 200 million just to make a fucking game, and he's afraid that it's going to swell to the point where it's not going to be viable anymore. So, Black, what do you think about that? Bars.
Bruh, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was not listening. I was not listening, bro.
I can pick it up.
Go ahead, let Jemiah
Yo,
run it.
I don't think that games need to be 200 million in cost to make a good game. You know what I mean? I think that a lot of these companies are falling back on visuals and shit like that to appease gamers. You know what I mean? Just because your game looks amazing or have all these graphics doesn't mean it's a good game. You feel me?
This is
Like
true.
you
This
can
is
you
true.
can put up all you can make all the textures you want, have the greatest 3D models you want, but the game is trash. The game is still gonna be trash. I think that these developers need to start taking risks, innovating things. People are sick of playing the same first person type shooters, the same over the shoulder shit. Like do something different, do something new. Try to go out there, and it could be a $50 million game. It don't have to be a $200 million game with fucking mad cutscenes and all this other nonsense that people get hyped about, but don't actually add gameplay.
And you're right, Umar. There were games that were in upwards of 200 million, but the thing here is, I mean, I see. That's why I'm looking at Sean Layton. I'm like, see, I can't get behind that because you somehow believe that, you know what I'm saying? PC dude, Jemiah, what up? Absolute MMA said, what's up? Yo,
So
signal
what up?
sent me. Yo, what's going on? Turks. I don't know how to pronounce that shit. What's going on, you guys? But compost, like you're absolutely right. But I think it's most egregious in the West. Now, um, Black, what I was saying is this. Sean Layton just recently came out and he says that he was afraid, like super afraid that games are going to bloom so expensively that it wasn't going to be viable anymore. All these AAA games, and they just updated it. It's now a free upgrade. Yeah, I know. We were talking about that. That to me, it was good for the fans, but
We barely
your
scraped the
messaging was ass.
subject.
What you say?
So we barely scraped the subject.
You scraped it.
So
But Josh wants to move on though. So
so let me ask you this though, right? Black, with the Western developers chasing trends and shit like that, right? And just going after safe money. And you know, how do you feel about what Sean Layton said about the games becoming way too expensive? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. I mean, I think things got a way of correcting itself. I think eventually, if it got to the point where it stopped being profitable, they would have stopped putting that amount of money into games. So I don't see what the worry was about. Like that, I mean, it would have took a couple of failed games to realize what the fuck was going on, and maybe that had happened already for him to even think about that shit. And they just didn't tell you what game didn't do that well.
He said that
You know,
he exited partly because of that. You
mm.
know, it was just
That,
becoming way too
yeah.
expensive and just difficult. They changed it quick. He's talking about the Horizon. But yeah, that's you know, it'd be nice, just like Jemiah said, it'd be nice for some new IPs and just like you said, Black stuff that's new. You know what I'm saying? If I see another fucking zombie game, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. At
Yeah, they need
least,
to
you know what I'm
put
saying? Like this co-op
a
zombie
couple of
shit.
years. I need a couple of years away from that shit,
Like
bro.
I get like Dying Light, they're doing different shit. They got parkour and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And it was a really good game, and they supported it. Even there was an update last month, so they continue to support it, and that's fine because that's the only game that they have. And it's just kind of frustrating that the West and it keeps being facilitated all the fucking time, yo. Y'all motherfuckers keep buying Call of Duties all the time. Like, do y'all ever get enough? Like, are y'all getting enough? Like, no one can do anything else because they're afraid that, you know, we don't need more zombie games. Y'all, for real. The co-op game, like like I think it was like Xbox conference. They had like 4 fucking co-op zombie games and shit like that, and it's the same like almost like Marvel type humor. Oh gosh, not again. This zombie. Oh man. Oh, I ran out of bullets. Wait, zombie, hold up. Let me reload my weapon first. All right, go. Like I'm just it's so stupid. I can't deal with it. I can't. So um but do you guys have anything else to say about the showcase? Anything, any hopes and dreams and anything of that nature?
It don't matter anymore. Sony won the hearts already. You know what I mean? Sony's real. No, real talk though. Sony's real slick though. Right before the show, they gonna come out here, butter the biscuits and shit like Craig would say. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So no matter what they show now, niggas gonna be capping. I guarantee you, 1,000%, nigga. They might show some good shit, but they're gonna show God of War. Okay, cool. They have a God of War sequel. They're gonna show Horizon. Cool. Triple 7. Cool. If they don't show no new shit that's amazing, I'm calling cap on all these niggas, bro. You know what I mean?
Some
This is
people,
retarded, bro.
I want to say this. Some people really believe that temper your expectations. I don't think they
But
would,
like,
I don't think they would just announce it like this just to have like a fucking indie state of play. I think they would have something in there. What are you gonna
The
say?
shit's the shit's only 40 minutes though. Think about that. Like it's only 40 minutes. So
Yeah.
I don't
you
think
got
that
you gotta imagine.
I don't think that means anything necessarily. I think they have
What do you mean?
I think there's a lot of fluff with these shows. You got what was that Jeff Keighley, 4 hours of
That's
almost
what I'm saying
nothing.
though. In 40 minutes, they're gonna have to show you some old shit. They're gonna have to show you probably, like I said, if they show you Horizon, Gran Turismo, God of War, like Little Devil Inside, shit like that. That's all things you already seen already. Like they would have to show you completely new shit for those 40 minutes. You know what I
I
mean?
was
But
thinking too.
but if you break it down, let's just say they showed a good 15 games, and a good 5 of them were in a sizzle reel. You have your 2 top games that was like 5-minute gameplay sections. Like you can fit a lot in that bitch if you really, really, really wanted to. Yo, I just heard that Sony fixed it. Yeah, I don't know about. Well,
They didn't
first
fix shit.
they didn't fix
Sony
it
was
because they never said that Horizon was a part of that shit. They went back on their word for PR.
Yeah,
Jeff,
Sony did what companies do is they said, know what, you're right. We gotta take the L on this shit. But that doesn't make niggas who were wrong right. You know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here. That's all I gotta say about that.
yeah, well, I'm gonna address a couple of things. Extreme Gamer, yo, what's going on? Jeff, or what's his name? David Jaffe. I really I'm not a fan of him. Let's just be nice and kind and say that he doesn't have any kind of insider information like that. Like fucking what's that reporter? Jason Schreier has way more, like, even though he worked for Sony, David Jaffe, he hasn't worked for Sony in a long time, and he has his bias. You know what I'm saying? He didn't hear anything. He also said that I don't know anything about it. I haven't heard anything, but I think this is going to happen. They need to fix the physical copy. I no, they want that shit to be digital. That's one thing they ain't going to fix. They definitely going to fix it, but I'm okay with it.
This is like Sony should get sued for having monopoly. That's bullshit. Why the hell are all those perks for the digital deluxe edition kept away from this fucking special edition? Why don't they have a physical edition that has the same bonuses as the digital deluxe edition? Like that's complete bullshit. I paid $100 more for this goddamn physical PS fucking 5 disc thing, and then they're gonna take away fucking. This is the second time they did this shit with Eternal. They did it with another game. They keep doing this shit where they're making the digital deluxe edition more appealing than the physical edition, even though they cost the same fucking price. That's bullshit.
Well, no, they don't cost the same price on their end. They get a lot more money on that digital, huh?
Yeah, they got cost on the physical.
What kind of cost they
I
got,
know,
nigga? They've been having costs since the
I
beginning.
know, but now
You don't care,
we
they do. Like I
Oh,
ain't defending them.
game
I'm just
no. Before
putting that.
the digital deluxe and the other one, the physical deluxe always had the same shit in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
They're switching it up. They're taking it out of the physical and only putting it into the digital. Like, why do I get a free fucking game chess piece in the deluxe, but I pay $80 for the special edition with the disc, and I get a fucking art book? I don't give a fuck about this art book, nigga.
Nick, then you're not a
No,
fan, nigga.
know what that shit remind me of though? That this digital game should cost less because the
It,
niggas who buying the physical should be getting they should be paying the full price, and there should maybe be $5 left on the digital. You know what I'm saying? Just because they
the
stick the
digital
cost.
should be
I
at
mean, those
least
cases don't cost them cents. I'm pretty sure it just cost them cents because they buy everything in bulk. You know what I'm saying? But they
the
don't have
di-
to worry about gas prices and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
the
That shit should definitely be cheaper.
the
My bad.
digital
Go ahead, Josh.
the digital is supposed to be like at least $10 cheaper. But I definitely digress on that one. Somebody said something here. Let me see here. It might be a few indies, but I'm expecting huge bangers. I do think it's going to be fire though. Yeah, when it comes to David Jaffe, yeah, he talks a lot. What's happening with David Jaffe is that he's really upset about what ended up happening to his indie games. He doesn't want to do big games anymore. So that's what's happening with David Jaffe. Um, and I think there was some bad blood between him and Sony to the point where he wanted to leave. A lot of things that he did, and he probably thinks that Sony didn't push his game. But like, nigga, make a better game. How about that? Nobody wanted drawn to death. You know what I mean? So, but there's that.
Also, David Jaffe said like, "Oh, I don't know if they're gonna actually show it next week. It could be in the future." So he gave the little caveat where, it could be next week or it could be, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, I'm sick of these insider niggas and their fucking whole fucking cryptic ass mystic fucking prophesying. You know what I mean?
Now that you mentioned that, I don't want to see Deathloop. I want to see Kina. But now that the digital, okay, let me see what he says in there. What does Smart say? The digital should be cheaper. I can use and go in stores and get $5 or $10 off in Scotland. Oh yeah, Scotland. Um, I think that they're going to show Returnal co-op, and I think they're going to show a little bit of multiplayer for Horizon Forbidden West. But speaking of influencers, now this is your time to shine, Maya. We're going to talk about influencer misinformation, and how it goes fucking unchecked. Unchecked. We're going to talk about that weird looking nigga, Austin Evans. You know what I'm saying? And how, and not that long of a conversation with him. It's really just a blanketed statement of, influencers misinformation, right? So my issue with Austin, right, is that he clearly misled a whole bunch of people when it came to the PlayStation 5. He alluded to there were already throttling issues with the PS5, and that's not how the PS5 works anyway. He has a fucking thermal camera that's attached to his fucking phone. You know what I'm saying? None of this is like scientific shit. You have a fucking scale, and that's how you did this, scientific proof that this was going to do what or whatever it was going to do. And then you have Digital Foundry, which is another fucking influencer that fucking was like, "Oh, he has a good video. That's a good video." What the fuck you mean? Even though I don't like Gamer Nexus, at least he opened that shit up and tested the fucking thermals, even though he didn't do that accurately. But at least he did that much. That being said, I want to hear an incident, Black, that you saw an influencer say some wild shit and wasn't checked because they have
I'll
a
be I'll be back in 1 second. I got you some Captain and Coke. I'm round up right now, nigga. It's
goddamn nigga. This nigga's lathered up.
yo.
All right, man.
I mean, it should happen every day, dog. I mean,
But
I
one
don't
thing
even
that
think
really
about
kind of
this
ticked you off, one thing
shit.
that really just was like, what the fuck, man?
I mean, this shit now, man. This is the only thing on my mind, dog. It's like I really don't think about this shit, dog. I try not to. You know what I'm saying? I protect my energy, nigga. Nah, but this shit was dumb, bro. Like, as soon as I saw the video, I only saw part of it because I was like, this nigga full of shit. He didn't use any special. He used shit that we have at home. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be the tech guy, right? He didn't open up the PlayStation like you said. He used his fucking phone, a camera on some shit to check the thermals coming out the back of the PlayStation 5. You know what I'm saying? Which really don't tell you much. It just tells you what it's expelling. It don't tell you anything at all about what's going inside. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, Gamer Nexus, he actually opened that motherfucker up, and he had the special tools to go in there and hook it up to where it could actually read the heat on the chips. You know what I'm saying? He had special tools that he uses. You know what I'm saying? He had some more credibility to his shit, but at the same time, like, all right, this nigga don't work for Sony though. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna put out a product that they feel like is gonna fucking break, and I'm pretty sure it's been thoroughly tested. You know what I'm saying? by Sony's division who handles the fucking hardware. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna put out something that's gonna break and then they have to go and replace all of these shits. That's dumb. They're not gonna do an Xbox, dog. You know what I'm saying? It costs them way too much money and it'll set them back. That's not what they're trying to do. So for anybody to
Uh,
even come out and insinuate that this shit will be running hot or it's gonna burn out and break down, it's just dumb, dog. Like why would anybody even put any validity into anything this nigga's saying?
well,
It's really dumb.
that's the thing. So let me just say this before we move on. Yo, thank you, number one headband. Thank you, Turks. I don't know how to pronounce that shit. I apologize, and thank you, Absolute MMA, for the subscription. I really appreciate it. Once again, shout out to the sick. I really appreciate you sending your people over to check out the channel. I really, really do. So I'm gonna read some comments here, and I'm gonna go back into what you were saying before. So you say, Smurf says there are too many of these influencers putting out opinion pieces and not objectively factual information. Most people don't even think of themselves, or most people don't think for themselves and believe what they want to believe. And that's the thing. These guys go unchecked. The only reason why he probably apologized because he had an apology video, by the way. It was a strong ass apology video. He was like, oh shit. Sony must have came at his ass hard as shit because
Some of his YouTube peers were getting at him too.
he made a couple of different statements. Oh, this doesn't. First of all, you have this clickbaity title which says the new PlayStation 5 is worse, and then put the fucking emoji like, ooh, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's number one. It's already people are thirsty to see Sony do something fucked up. They're thirsty for that shit already with the thirst. You know what I mean? So they're going to come at them anyway, looking for anything. Now, there is no proof that the PlayStation 5 is hot or throttling or anything of that nature. Yeah, project. Yeah, what's going on, Robert? Yeah, that we were just talking about that Project Magnum. These Chinese developers are coming crazy. Um,
Oh,
yeah, they are. Yeah. Cook soup. But he said that shit low as hell. He was like, pause. Stupid
I didn't
ass.
want to interrupt you. I want you to keep going.
Pause.
Nah, you good, nigga. My bad. I ain't even fuck you up,
No,
nigga.
no, you're fine. No, but that's what I'm seeing here. Like Sony is doing this shit right where um it's crazy that somebody had to check them. You know what I'm saying? But he ended up saying Austin ended up saying that there's no cases. I'm sorry, now I got my bearings straight. There are no cases of a PlayStation 5 being throttled at all. See, he knew exactly what he was doing because they already said that the PlayStation 5 has variable clock speeds, right? They already knew that shit. So when people hear variable clock speeds, they think it's the traditional, like your laptop or your tablet or your phone, where if it gets too hot, it just slows down. That's not how it works. They give a certain power, an amount of power to the CPU and the GPU, so that the graphics can't ever exceed that power. Because normally, if you have a lot of shit going on, it'll try to pull more power, which puts a strain on the whole system and cause overheating and stuff like that. But they have the maximum type of heat that the system can produce
Mm-hmm.
and that they wanted to produce and scaled that with the power that it gives both of the chips. If it starts to try to exceed that, it looks at which chip is exceeding it
Mm-hmm.
and it will throttle it based off of what's being strained. If the GPU is being strained, then it'll try to pull wattage from the CPU if it's not using it, and vice versa. But he knew what he was saying. He deliberately said, "Hey, look, oh, if you have any throttling issues. When did we ever have fucking throttling issues? When? Where's your proof? Where's your receipts? There are no receipts." But he said what he said because he wanted that fucking click. And he went on unchecked. Unfucking checked.
Yeah, man, that's what it's all about. It's funny to see all of these guys, these YouTubers, who are basically supposed to be these big tech guys, and they're supposed to be mainly about PC gaming. That they're focusing on consoles now, and he's talking about throttling and shit for some console games. Console gamers ain't checking on fucking stats and thermals and all this crazy shit. Only they don't have all these options on their screen with FPS counters and shit like that. We don't have that shit, bro. For him to even be talking about all this shit, throttling. How are we gonna recognize that the game is having throttling issues?
The only way that you're gonna
When
have
the frames
throttling
are dropping.
issues, the only way that you're
That,
gonna
that,
have
that's the only way we could tell that anything's like throttling. If there's some significant frame drops, we can see by our eyes, like, oh shit, she's dropping frames.
something's wrong, and there's no proof of
Yeah,
it. If see
and
when a PS5 came out, then people were talking about, oh, it has noise. Man's looking sad right now. Who looking sad? Who looking sad?
what's up, Lionel?
I would say though, like you can't. I hate when people say those guys are like PC guys. How? Like just because they have these test things on PC, they
Nah,
don't play PC.
I looked at his
But
well, that's what his YouTube is about. His YouTube is about. He basically goes out, buys PCs, and makes different builds every
yeah,
week.
that doesn't mean
Different
he's a
builds.
PC gamer.
No,
Like
no,
doesn't mean he's
Well,
into the
that's not what I was
games.
trying to get at. I was trying to say that that's what his channel is about. It's about
No,
PC gaming.
his channel's about getting clicks. So he
He's like,
We see that now.
in the PC space.
Jemiah, you might as well just do that snap. First of all,
Yeah,
it's about
just
getting.
going, I was not getting at
No,
PC gamers. I was talking about
no. What I'm saying
that
is like
that was his,
these tech channels. People think, oh, these are PC guys because they benchmark PC games or whatever. Like, no, they're just out here trying to get clicks on everything, right? So they're like, oh, got this new system. Like they want to be the first ones out there with the new cards, all that shit, right? To get the clicks. Now that the PC market has dried up as far as like people looking for benchmarks or shit like that, because nowadays people will probably go to J2 Sense. They go to certain people, right? So now people like Austin have to branch out into Xbox and start becoming pro Xbox to generate more clicks. It's like Tony Polanco, fucking Paris. All these guys see where the money is. They see where the cloud is. It's chasing Xbox and saying good shit about Xbox.
Well,
And this is what they move on to.
it's chasing console wars.
Yeah, like
But Black wasn't talking about that. He was just saying, and well, I know your both your stance. See, Black.
I agree with you,
No, I know, but Jemiah, he don't, he protecting
but
that PC.
he was saying that he should stick to PC, which I agree. If he was actually a PC nigga, but he never was. You know what I mean?
I didn't say you should stick to PC. I'm just saying that the same thing that you're getting at. I'm saying that he's branching out, talking to console gamers. Essentially what it is this nigga's what he's lacking is showing because he can't talk that tech shit that these other niggas is talking in detail. Because when you look at J2 Sense and you look at Nexus Gamer, they go into high detail. Like nigga, you gotta apply the dictionary sometimes. These niggas go to fuck in. You know what they're talking about. I watch both of those channels. But this nigga, if you compare Austin's channel to them, you're like, nah, this nigga's a casual in comparison. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you, Zidane, for the sub. All right, so go on.
Any nigga with a fucking El Gato now a tech nigga now. like any nigga with an El Gato and a YouTube channel is a tech guy. Like people so easily get these titles to these people just because they did a couple benchmarks. You know what I mean? Like
just because you got some PC parts in the background blurred out, don't mean you a fucking tech.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like everybody's so easily.
They got the whole look. Like the whole look is there, you know what I mean? Like they constantly they got a workbench and shit. Like they got
is Austin Evans an engineer? You know what I mean? Like is he a computer engineer? Like does he have any degrees, any certificates, anything? Or just a nigga with an Elgato? Like I don't understand how gamers allow
that shit.
Bro, gamers allow anybody to come into these spaces, say anything they want, and then they attribute things to those people. Like I don't get it, bro. Like
but the video is going to still get some numbers, even if people are going to come back over there and take a look at it. But I will say this though, you bring up a really good point about people and how they listen. The need to be fucking right. The need to be right. The need to be right. Whether it's influencers or regular people, nobody wants to admit that they are wrong. Motherfuckers are so angry so tribalized that they look for anything to prove their point, whether it's right or wrong. And they look for views or they look for subscribers or followers or any of those fucking things to gain validity. They know damn well that nigga ain't no regular, no PC fuck nigga. They know he ain't no PC dude. But it fits their narrative, and they ran with it and recycled that shit. Really, to be honest with you, on some real for real shit, Digital Foundry isn't either. Some of the things that
Exactly.
they all they doing is reading what the fucking developers told them to read, which King Thrash basically listed that
Yeah,
shit.
that Gears 5, that shit was verbatim, nigga. Like, I was fucking word for word. Like, I don't know.
When the developers take away that the script, are you gonna, oh, we noticed that there's some frame drops in pacing. That's the only thing that they know. Frame drops and pacing. That's it. And zooming in to see and pixel counting, to be honest with you. The other things, which is Alex Battaglia, what he talks about, he's extremely biased. Um, but the only thing that he doesn't know that much either. He says he programs and shit like that, but the only thing he did is read up on ray tracing and he stops there. And anything Crytek. But he's not an overall, like, if you like technology, you like all of it. All of it. Like if there's a car enthusiast, they don't give a fuck what kind of car it is. All of it has some sort of interesting shit going on, whether it's negative or positive. All these people, they will see something erroneous. So you got Thrash. King Thrash already knows that he ain't no tech nigga. He said that many different times, right? But how you gonna get a non-tech nigga, non-PC nigga to shut your shit down where you have to, you're in order of magnitude bigger than that channel, and you gotta start saving face because the shit that you pumping out don't really have any validity to it. And this is what we found out. You know what I'm saying? Um, no, you don't have Xbox talking about ray tracing anymore. You don't have none of that shit because the narrative disappeared. You know what I'm saying? They were saying that it was going to be a 15% difference. Games are going to be 15 frames higher than what you get on the PlayStation. And then tools was happening. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. And you want to know something too, and please stop me from talking, but you want to know something too that's very interesting? T-Doc, yo, thanks for the sub. Um, what's interesting about this shit is that this was going on since the beginning of this console generation. No one gave Sony the benefit of the doubt. People were saying that they had controller drift, which does exist, but they blew that shit out of proportion. It was only PlayStation when they used the same fucking pieces. When that shit came out, everybody has controller drift. And to be honest with you, the Switch has the worst controller drift of all time. But soon as
Bro,
Sony did it,
it's the same with the CMOS battery. It's the same with a bunch of shit. All these fucking stupid ass fans are uneducated. They don't know what the fuck they talk about, and they allow people who also don't know what the fuck they talk about lead them around by the nose. That's the problem with gaming. Is gamers think they know a lot, but they don't actually know shit. They know what they're told, which pisses me the fuck off.
they don't know
People are
shit.
so easily they so easily get into these little clicks and shit, and so easily get behind shit that's false. And even if the result is good in the end, doesn't mean that what you were doing was right to begin with. You know what I mean?
And I will say
Like,
this. Because me and uh the dishonorable Ken or Dubug, we were talking about this shit too. What's making people like this? What's making people defy truth and logic? What is it? Niggas don't. Look. This is not a PlayStation centric place. I mean, it's not anymore, but this is not a PlayStation centric place. But a lot of Xbots are not playing any games. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not playing anything. And you spend more time playing Twitter than you actually do playing your own console. Niggas is playing games. Oh, I can't wait to play Flight Simulator. No, what? Show me the receipts. Niggas is hiding their fucking gamer tag, gamer score. I don't get it. Black, what do you think is going on? Why do you think these why, like, what's up with this influencer misinformation, man? And they just go on unchecked. Like what do you see the solution?
I don't know, man. Like it's just gonna take for every individual to fucking start looking up their own information. Even when this shit popped off with the with the free upgrade shit. Nigga, I got
Yo,
pulled
I
into
tell you
that
one thing,
shit.
Black. Soon
You know
as
what I'm saying?
GTA 7 get announced, I want my free upgrade, nigga. Push that shit back too. That shit was pushed back to 2021. I
You
want my
already
free
know.
upgrade.
You already know, bruh.
I
It's
want
just,
everybody's neck now. I want my GTA 7
and,
free upgrade, nigga. My
bruh,
God of
somebody,
War free upgrade, nigga. Launch
bruh,
window, nigga.
bruh. Look. I know I hate to bring up this cross gen shit, bruh. But
Oh
if
my
they got
God,
rid
give
of
him free
this
upgrades.
bitch, if they got rid of this cross gen bullshit, we wouldn't have to worry about it. Everybody playing 70. You got it or you don't, nigga.
Oh
No
no,
confusion,
it
no
would
bullshit, just games.
it
That's
would
all we had
trans
to worry about.
it would transform into something else. Oh
And
my
some of the
gosh,
games only
it's
got pushed back though. Like I'm
no,
pretty sure Horizon got pushed back because of PlayStation 4, dog.
yeah, just to
Like
get it
they
in
need more
order.
development time. Yeah, just to
To,
get this shit working properly, testing, all that should take time, dog.
but I
And
guarantee you though, if Sony didn't do it right, oh my gosh, Sony just doesn't care about what about the legacy people? Niggas was complaining about the PlayStation.
people who wasn't getting PlayStation or didn't have PlayStations were saying that shit, bro. I
Well,
remember that shit.
wait. No, nope. Wait, Savage. Is everyone going to grab that PS4? I have it by default, Savage. It's by default because I got the fuck nigga edition, yo. Not the fuck nigga edition one, but just the fuck nigga edition. That's for Black. Black. He ended up getting them. I don't know, man. Lord have mercy on your soul when your wife find out, bro.
And I'm good. I'm gonna work some overtime. You know what I mean? They don't take the money out of the account right away. So
She
you know
gonna be
I'm
like,
good.
I
I'm
what
good.
the
Good.
fuck,
You know what
motherfucker. Yes. Bro,
I mean? No, we good, nigga.
you better like groceries, man. You know what I mean? Like groceries.
Saying gross. Nigga be eating noodles and noodles. What I'm
No,
trying
no,
to
no.
say some money, baby. You know
No.
what
I'm talking about you know what you should be
I'm saying? Nah,
eating
I know
like
what you
groceries.
talking about,
Oh, okay,
nigga.
just making sure.
I know what you talking about, nigga. Nah, but it's good, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga gonna put some curry on this hot curry.
It's hot. It's hot.
It's hot.
Put some hot sauce on it. Nah, hey, yo, Jemai, which one you had got? You went and got the fuck nigga edition?
For what?
Horizon.
I didn't buy that at all.
Baloy. You ain't copy it?
No.
Okay, I thought you
No.
was a real big Horizon fan. That's
I'm
what
gonna buy it
I thought
physical, but I'm gonna use my Amazon gift cards.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
But we didn't get any bonuses for this month, so I'm gonna just wait till we get the bonuses. I mean, I said before, I'm not paying for any more PS5 games. Period. I don't give a fuck what it is. Like I'm using these gift cards to get these free games, and that's it. So my
They
thing is,
gotta do something.
people are looking at me like, oh, you're trying to defend Sony, whatever. My thing was never about right or wrong or whatever the fuck. My thing was about what they fucking said in the blog. You know what I mean? What was said in the blog is what was said in the blog. All that other shit, talk to your mom about that. I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to defend it or say they're right or wrong. All I'm saying is, according to what they wrote in the blog, they never intended to give Horizon a free upgrade, which is fucking true. Now, the Washington Post article with Jim Ryan, I don't know what the fuck he was smoking that day, but he kind of overstepped his bounds if he said what he said. But because like the statement that they addressed to the thing, they say this is in regards to Miles and Horizon. But why did they add Sackboy in that shit? You know what I mean? So like there's a lot of misinformation going around from Sony themselves. They got caught up trying to be cute, and now they have to pay the piper. But like I said, that doesn't mean all you fuckboys on Twitter are still wrong. You weren't right. Like, so I don't want to hear this shit. Niggas tweet me shit about Sony, but them being right and sticking up to Sony. Like, take that shit somewhere else with that bullshit, bro.
Well, you know, see, this is where I have to disagree with Black because you said that they don't have the PlayStation 4. They didn't have the PlayStation. Or I'm sorry, they didn't have the PS5. People were complaining about the PlayStation Portable that was released in 2004. Talking about they're closing down the store. Why would you do that?
The PS3 store too.
The PS3. When is it on? Was your PS4? Is your PS3 on? Is it on? Is it plugged up? Like motherfuckers is just screaming to be right about something. The need to be right is so strong with just people in general. It is fucking unreal.
Bro, yeah,
Take
like I
the
said,
fucking L,
I
my
agree
guy.
that the upgrade should have been there should have been an upgrade path at $10. I can even agree if you said you wanted them to give a free upgrade for Horizon. But what I can't agree is what the fuck was written down in the goddamn blog. That's not on me. That's on Sony for having two different messaging on their goddamn
Well,
fucking shit.
it was like we discussed Jemiah yesterday. Yo, Link said what's up, Jemiah.
What up, Blank?
Like we discussed yesterday. Plain English. Plain English. And I think one of the reasons why you were had to read that shit a couple of times, Black, was only due to the fact that there was so much misinformation from the influencers as well. Did you ever think anyway, Black, that they were gonna have a free upgrade?
Nigga, that shit was never my concern, bro. I didn't care. I'm on the 5, nigga. Nigga, my wings have sprouted, nigga. Launch day, nigga. I don't know what y'all niggas talk about.
60
This shit
fips.
don't matter to me, though. My fips is 60, nigga. Pause. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas talk about that. Niggas talk about last, nigga, that's last gen. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to the niggas who's still trying to get a PS5, dog. But nigga, like that shit's not my concern, dog. Oh God, nigga.
So Lionel actually sent this to me. I'm going to actually give everybody a thing. Okay, so it says, I want to confirm today that moving forward, PlayStation first party exclusive cross-gen titles newly released on the PS4 both digital and physical will offer a $10 upgrade, a digital upgrade option from the PS4 to the PS5. This will apply to God of War and Gran Turismo and any exclusive cross-gen PS4 to PS5 gen published by Sony.
Nah.
When was this
Why
done,
is
though?
why
was this
isn't
done?
GT7? It just was done with the whole statement. That's the overall statement. With the whole Horizon shit, they put at the bottom like where they're gonna be like, know what? From now on, we're just gonna do $10 upgrade. But like they should have been did that. Sony is out here fucking lying their asses off. They got caught out in a lie, and now this is the repercussions of what happened. You know what I mean? This is the results. You played yourself, nigga. Congratulations.
You know, yo, you good, Magnificent or Black?
Yeah, I'm good, nigga.
I heard you saying something. I don't know if you were.
I said Khaled. After you said congratulations.
Oh,
Khaled.
okay. I thought your mic was
Yeah,
fucking
DJ
up. I was
Khaled.
like, why I can't hear
Nah.
you? So now they made it clear. This is now. Don't expect no hand me outs no more, yo.
No. GT7 was in the launch window. It got pushed back. No. We're gonna play this dumbass game.
No,
GT7
it was
was
no.
in
This hold
the
on,
launch
wait,
window.
Jemiah. This is what they were saying, right? I also want to confirm today that moving forward, PlayStation first party exclusive cross-gen titles newly released on the PS4 to 5, both physical and digital, will offer a $10 digital upgrade option from the PS4 to the PS5. This will apply to the next God of War and GT7. See, y'all fucked yourself for complaining. Now they gave you what you wanted, but now you gotta pay $10 fucking when you want that upgrade. And any other exclusive cross-gen PS4 to PS5 title by by Sony Computer Entertainment.
Yo, the fact is, Josh,
now it can't be confused anymore. It can't
no,
be
it can't
confused
be
anymore
confused.
at this point
But
in time.
But the problem is, Josh, is they never gave a $10 upgrade because they never fucking intended this shit to be done this way. They're fucking big ass liars, bro. Like, if they intended for you to have an upgrade for $10, they just would have said, "Hey, you buy the game on PS4 for $60, $10 you get an upgrade." They said you can only get it through this digital deluxe bullshit. They did this shit on purpose. They wrote the blog to be obtuse on purpose. They were being misleading from the beginning, and when the shit came out, they had to bite the bullet. Now, all these cocksuckers on Twitter think somehow they're right. You're wrong. If they intended this shit, it would have been free or $10 upgrade from the start. There was never an upgrade path at all for this game. You had to buy both versions, right? There was no upgrades. So how the fuck are you gonna tell me now Sony always intended this shit, or they're changing their minds? Or no, they're lying, and now they got to save face. You can't tell me otherwise, bro. What was the free upgrade or the $10 upgrade path when the game first got announced? It was nowhere to be found. There was no upgrades. There was only buy both versions of the game. That's bullshit, bro.
See, here's the thing, man, and you're right. So see,
Am I lying?
Jemiah don't like to be wrong. I don't think that they read it. I don't think I still stick by them not writing it obtuse. I think that people had an outrage reaction to when they found out that Horizon that was shady because they slipped that in there at the end saying it was a PS4 and PS5 game. But regardless of what it looks like, That's another conversation, but they slipped that in there. Now they had to go back and explain why they did what they did. And they were trying to answer the questions of these reporters and whatever the case is. And they had two different, issues to tackle.
I think Jim Ryan slipped up on his interview. But this is my thing, Josh. It's like me saying, yo, I'm gonna save you a slice of pizza, right? And then you watching me from the fucking back room eating your last slice. Then I go, no, it's all good, Josh. I'm
Like
gonna
a
order a
bitch
new
from the
pizza.
sky.
You know what I mean? Oh, I'm gonna order a new pizza. And that doesn't make it right, nigga. You lied from the start, bro. The end result doesn't change the fucking facts, bro. I hate when people do shit like that. Just because you guys got what you wanted, which was $10 upgrade. I don't know how big a free upgrade. Cool. Just because niggas got crossplay, remember that shit? Just because niggas got them to change Miles Morales fucking together to break it apart, doesn't mean that you were right. Sony just did it to appease you crybaby assholes. That's it.
Well, you know what's crazy? You know what's interesting though? You know what's really interesting? Like the way I look at it, right, is $10 is so. I'm not speaking. Just to me, $10 is so insignificant. The
What you
hammer
mean,
should have,
Josh?
huh?
What you mean, nigga?
I
Ten
mean,
dollars?
in the grand scheme of things. See, the
No, no,
thing.
no. That's a whole month of Game Pass. That's what they thinking about when they think about $10.
Oh,
That's why them niggas like, oh my god, $10?
nigga, they
You
not
know how
even.
much Game Pass I
They
can get for that?
bro, they
That's
can't
the whole
even. Yo,
month, bro.
they can't even do $10.
That's not ultimate.
They look
That's
at
not
it.
ultimate. That's the lower version. But
Yo, they open
that's
it
a
up.
whole month of Game Pass.
They open it up condom fucking boxes looking for Game Pass for $1. Is it in here? Where is it? Like I told y'all before, I
A month
seen.
come free with every controller you buy. That's why they be buying the
They
controllers.
slinging that Xbox Game Pass for $1. Like I got that shit and I already
Yep.
had it already. So like it's not like they really care. I mean, I don't know what Microsoft's problem is. Like maybe they have too much money on their other side that they can just eat this shit the whole time. I don't know, but
It really see if Sony didn't change course, it wouldn't have done anything to their bottom line anyway.
it wouldn't have.
I don't even know what the fuck it is. Maybe it is like some kind of intelligent fucking metagame. I don't know.
Like the thing is though, I always question why didn't they have a $10 upgrade from the beginning? Because it's like why would you make somebody buy both versions of the game, but if they bought the PS4 version, they had no other thing to do than buy a new game?
Well,
That didn't make sense from the start, right? Like the shit didn't make sense from the start. So if I bought the PS4 version of this game, the only way to play it on PS5, I guess, is through backwards compatibility, I guess, or buy a new game, buy the PS5 version.
well,
That's how it first happened.
they were trying to get people to buy the fucking deluxe shit is what they were trying to do. You know that condom will go to trash if they bought those Game Passes. Yo, I'm telling you, when my computer crashed, right? My computer got fucked up last month and a half.
He was looking at Abby porn. Like
Who's Abby?
Abby from The Last of Us 2. He was looking at fucking
The
new
Last of Us.
renders.
What's that?
That shit ruined his whole
Is
computer.
that a movie? Is that a movie?
It's a TV show.
Is it? Okay. I didn't know. I didn't see it out there. No, I went to a hotel, right? And used their Wi-Fi like an idiot to upload a video. And that shit caught hardcore COVID, man. I opened up the fucking laptop. I was like, that shit's and I closed that shit. I said, what the fuck? And I had to wipe out the computer, got another one. And in my process of getting another computer, yo, because all of it is Microsoft, yo, tell me why they had Game Pass. The computer came with Game Pass 1 month.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
say
every new computer does.
all Microsoft computers come with the fucking Microsoft Xbox app. Like,
But it's funny though. That's where they get these numbers from. You think that people are really buying that shit? They're looking for either $1. I seen that shit on fucking X videos too, yo. Game Pass on X videos. Yep. The advertisement.
Videos.
I was looking at that shit, the advertisement. You know how they say like at the bottom of the screen, they say skip the ad in 5. They had Game Pass talking about some Gears of War, yo. I tried to click that shit. I was like, come on, man. Get off my phone. But
yo, I'm still confused when people keep saying that Horizon was in was in the launch window. What are they referencing? Like,
no one knows what a. I mean, as you adequately put, as much as I hate to say it, Black, there we don't know what a fucking launch window is. All we can do is assume, honestly. And to assume is to be right or wrong or both. So there is no window for for a launch title. I don't know.
No, but the thing is, in the video, in the first video that was announced a year ago, when just the announcement trailer, at the end of it, there's no anything about time. At the gameplay trailer for the 3 months ago, there's no date either. Did the dates in those commercials? You know those commercials we kept saying that said like they had the little sizzle reel. They said like later half of 2021 or whatever.
That's the only.
Like
That's the only thing
that's
that's
the only
indicative.
time we've seen the date.
They said, and they
So
and they
like,
and they said this. They said what they say again. How they say it? They said that we are aiming for that quarter of 2021, and that whole
so
time is
I
stuck
don't
that way.
understand how they're gonna because in the blog they specifically said launch. I mean game launch or whatever, right? Like launch games. And then he pivots to the new one saying launch window. You never said that to begin with. Why you lying?
Why
Launch
you
window.
always
So
lying?
again, okay, you want to go launch window then? Okay, cool. When the fuck was Horizon supposed to come out? The only date you ever gave was fucking later half
2020,
of 2021.
later half of 2021, and no date until they just released it. What was it? What is the 18th of February or something shit? I don't remember.
Yeah, they like a week ago they gave the date.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
the
way.
only. That's the
This is
only
yeah.
time we got that
Oh
fucking date.
shit! Fuck! I just dripped shit on my keyboard. God damn it!
Damn, you
Drip.
that drip,
Goddamn
drip,
Captain and Coke everywhere.
drip.
Ah,
Drip. Yeah, y'all
the
go
thing
pick up that guilty gear, nigga.
I got one of these.
I ain't playing. Yo, I ain't playing no more Guilty Gear with you, yo. You lying bitch.
Damn.
Drip.
That motherfucker was like, "You good?
Yo,
You
but you
good?"
know what
Yo,
I'm saying
beat
though,
my
right?
ass
Like
10 fucking thousand times. You good? Get up.
they never gave a launch date for Horizon, and then for them to say that it was in the launch, it was one of the launch windows. Like, come on, bro. Like you're fucking lying, bro. Like that shit got fucking what's the nigga name? Jim Schreier said it was delayed 2 months ago, and you finally came out last week and said it was delayed. So that if that was the first delay that was official, which
They
you
even
never
had a.
even
They
gave it,
even had a
which you
recent.
never gave a date to. How
They,
was that launch window, bro? Like the whole shit's a lie, bro. Like, that's what pisses me off is they can't just say, you know what, you're right, we were lying and we're gonna fix it. They gotta be like, you're right, we were always going to do this, but we just somehow forgot.
people
The
thought
fuck
that.
out of here!
People thought that. What the fuck was it?
Damn it!
They thought
Hold
that.
on, me for you.
What do you call it? They thought that Horizon was going to still come out this year because Sony didn't say anything. They had a recent ad or advertisement that said it was going to come out in 2021. People was like, "Damn, was this dude lying?" But I mean, honestly, we've discussed this enough. I mean,
Have we though? Have we though?
yes.
Because niggas is over here celebrating. They got spaces right now popping up all over the internet. Niggas celebrating how
Yeah, I see
they
like
they
three spaces
fucking
of that nigga.
celebrating how they
What
made
you say?
Sony bend the knee. We forced Sony to give a free upgrade. Like,
Oh
like
my
first of
Wait,
all,
Black. What you say again, Black?
Nah, I was just saying that I see like three spaces that was like in line with what he's saying. I'm seeing a bunch of spaces up right now.
but come on now, Josh. Like, if this shit was so easy, just to be like, okay, upgrade on the button. Why wasn't this from the beginning? Like, I don't get what's going on right now. Like, if they could just say we just add free upgrades to shit, whatever we want, then why was his shit packaged the way it was packaged with the dual entitlement and all that other fucking slick shit? You know what I mean?
They never meant to do it, like you said. They never meant to do that shit.
Honestly, low key, I'm kind of glad. Kind of handling two podcasts. I'm glad that this shit happened. This shit is excellent for me. It really is. I love it. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of flack, yo. So on my YouTube video that was talking about Sony was in the right in this shit, and I still stand by that. Just to let you guys know, I stand by that shit. They never said it. They went back on their word for sure, but they never said it.
I won't say that they were in the right. I would say that they never said that. I would say that two things were said. Because initially, when I saw the Washington Post article, I even tweeted that shit out like, "Yo, Jim Ryan fucked up." Then when I saw the blog, I was like, "Nah, Jim Ryan didn't fuck up." So Tony clearly out here putting out different fucking you know what I mean, different fucking things, and they thought that people were gonna forget or some shit. I don't know how. So then
They
No
keep
when
forget.
shit
trying.
hit,
They keep trying
yeah,
people, yo. Every time they keep trying people and keep fucking up every single time. I'm like, yo, stop trying. Just stop fucking with these people. Stop fucking with these people, yo. They're gonna come at you.
first he said that, yo, Miles Spider-Man, we can't take the remaster out of the game. It's part of the game. And then they broke it apart. Like how? Like whoa, we're talking about like what? Like Sony has done this shit like 3 times, and then people were like, yeah, look at Sony. They listen. They separated Spider-Man remastered and Miles Morales. Oh, they listen. They listen to us. They're the same shit with this bullshit. They listen. Like, yo, what is on out here, bro? Like this is some elaborate game by Sony. Or them niggas is really dumb as fuck.
Yo,
Like,
honestly, I think it is an elaborate game. Notice how every time Sony releases some good news, is always like, or some bad news is always mixed in with some crazy news. Every fucking time, yo. Every time, yo. They showed the Horizon thing, and they showed that the people was looking like, where's the fucking where where's the upgrade path? Then they were like, September 9th, yo, be there. Be there.
facts.
Yo, and I'm like, wait a minute. They did this shit before. Like, you know, they started doing this shit with the PS3 or 4, actually. When we had free online, right? And this motherfucker stood on there, Sean Layden shit stood up on the fucking stage. It was like, yo, we
Yo,
figured, huh? You remember that,
how
right?
you how you boy Marco Ballistic say the launch window's a year? like what?
I was looking, see, that's but
I
that's
told
the thing.
you. I told
No,
you. Didn't I say
nobody.
that? I said some people would say that a year is cool. I told y'all that shit.
That's
It
crazy.
See,
is
but
different fucking people look at the shit a different way,
so
bro.
that's why I'm saying you right. I can't even get mad at you. I can't even get mad at you, yo. You were on point, yo. I was wrong
But the thing
with the
is, though,
launch window,
in the
yo.
articles, they never say launch window. They just say launch. They say you know, a game launch. Like they don't say
That's
launch window. They say
even that's not really that clear. I mean,
I'm gonna tell y'all. Look, Sony been doing some fucking weird shit, bro. Like, look, I'm gonna tell you what it is. When they put out that sizzle rail, well, not the sizzle rail, but the future of PlayStation 5 thing, they were alluding to us that hey, these are the games y'all guys gonna get within this year. You know what I'm saying? Within next year. And we knew that God of War wasn't coming. Well, a lot of us knew. I had a feeling deep in my gut.
I said
God
that
of
shit.
War was not
I
coming
got fucking
2021.
I got smacked when I said that shit.
Yeah,
right.
and I fucking said I
That
even
God
went
of
as
War
far
was
as to
gonna
say
come out in
that we weren't
2021.
getting Horizon. I said I wanted to be there, but I really think it's not coming this year. I said that at launch. You know what I'm saying? Just based off of what was going on. So I was like, oh man. So like I feel like they basically were trying to get people to buy PlayStation 5s, dog. So
They were.
they fucking told us, hey nigga, look, these games are coming. They coming around,
When they
they
didn't
didn't really give us a date. So
when they didn't
the
have
messaging
any
is fucked up.
trailer, when they didn't have any trailer, I already knew what it was.
Yeah.
I was
You
like, yo,
already knew
this
that
shit
was at
ain't
least
coming.
2
I
years
was
out,
like,
dog.
this shit ain't coming out, yo. They gonna just paint a fucking Omega symbol and keep it moving.
Oh, you know what's
Bro,
even
they didn't even show
crazier?
us
I
a
just thought
character
about
model
almost
yet.
some sick shit right now. Imagine this, right? Sony did all this just so they can let people accept the $10 upgrade charge, right? Because now niggas are happy to pay $10. And when
Right.
GTA 7 dropped, people be like, yo, they're
People,
gonna be
yo,
super
that's why I
happy.
said
That
this
trick
shit.
when you
That's why I'm
negotiating,
saying,
dog. You
They
I'm
shoot
saying
over the
this
number
shit
that you
look,
want,
this
and like,
shit look,
okay, yeah, that's cool.
yo, this
But you
shit
really
look
want
meta as fuck, yo. This shit, look, people will be, this shit, people will be happy as hell. Shit, you know, here's what I'm gonna do, guys. Here's what I'm gonna do. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna buy the PS4 version, right? And then when I get a PS5, all I gotta do is pay $10.
Yep.
Done. You nigga, you
Yeah.
still paying it.
Niggas ain't spending about $70 no more.
Yeah.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
$60 upgrade pass.
That's
Yay!
when a great salesman never lets the person control their options. They give them the
Yo,
options.
think about it though, Josh. It's like, also, what other games are going to be cross-gen besides God of War and GT7? Shouldn't everything after that be theoretically PS5 only?
Yeah.
Shit, we can only hope, dog.
No, because it's not though. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be like that. These
Not.
niggas is charlatans and liars.
Nah, I don't think cross gen
Yo,
gonna stop, dog. I
if
mean, I want it.
Horizon,
To,
if
trust me.
Horizon and God of War can be cross-gen, then why can't any other game this generation be cross-gen?
No,
if they
they
wanted
they
to.
they
Yeah.
they worded that shit clear as fuck. They got their PR team there. They know ain't no more cross gen fucking shits on there. They already
You
got you
sure?
acclimated. They worded that shit. Like I said
You
before,
sure?
I'm sure there was a
Oh,
story, right? 'Cause now they got to handle factions too. Thank you, Umar, for saying that shit. Now they got to handle factions. How that's going to be
Is factions
disseminated.
gonna be free? Is factions gonna be a standalone game? Is it gonna cost money? Shouldn't it be part of Uncharted? I mean, part of Lost. I paid for the Last of Us. I should have got the factions in it.
Oh
So
no,
why
people
am
no,
I
already
The
paying
planting
for
the
Last
the
of
seeds
Us
for
was
that.
game?
They're
such
already
a
planting the seeds for that shit right now. That shit
yo.
already
What?
They
been
got
done.
one. They planting the seeds.
Like, see, I told you.
There was
I
a
told
story.
you.
There was a story, right? There was a story. I mean, I'm going to tell you guys a story as to what happened when I was
Yeah.
younger. This is what happens when fucking you think that you're smart and you try to beat somebody that's smarter than you. When I was younger, I was told about the tooth fairy, right? That a little bitch comes flying in your window with money, and I was already poor as it was, right? That gives you a quarter for your teeth. Bro, that was already a red flag for me. What the fuck she want with this shit for? A chair? Like what is it supposed to be? Right?
Mm.
So I was thinking, like, this is coming from the school of being a poor ass house. You know what I mean? Real poor. Just know that I was poor. Like we didn't have electricity throughout the 12 months of the year. Our electricity would get turned off and we had to collect rainwater to flush the toilets. That's the type of poor. So I was thinking to myself, I was like, yo, we poor as shit. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna gank this bitch. The tooth fairy, that is. So I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run an experiment. I don't think she's real, but if she's real, I'm gonna rip that bitch's wings off and take all them quarters. That's what I was thinking. So so I went to sleep. I pretended to be asleep. I said, that bitch should be right here. She should be coming on time. I hear my fucking mom and my sister. I said, what the fuck is that? They come downstairs, talk about some oh, you got the quarter? I said, is that mom? I said, oh, so it is fake. I said, let me just make sure. Let me they in cahoots with this bitch. They got closer, they moved my pillow, and my eyes shot open. And I saw, she was like, Mom, look. And she was like, Here's your 75 cents.
Damn, you lost 3 teeth, nigga.
It was the back teeth. You know,
Okay, okay.
the further back it is, the higher the money. But she was like, she said, She said, you know what? That's the end of that. Because I discovered that there's no more tooth fairy. That was the last piece of money I ever got.
Damn.
Sometimes shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't
You
say
doing too much.
nothing. You talking too much. You know what I mean? Now everybody happy for a $10 upgrade. They got you. This shit was meta, yo. Yo, Jamal, you right. I think you right as shit. I think, yo, you right. In terms of the
Find out there ain't no
PlayStation,
more Santa. You don't get no more presents either. Shit.
Yo,
yep.
because
It's a wrap, nigga.
I put this out here. If they would have had a $10 upgrade fee up front, I don't think this would have got to it. It wouldn't have got to where it got into. The problem was there was no upgrade path at all. That's why people was going like, what? Started questioning shit. You know what I mean? People wouldn't say shit if it was like $10 upgrade. Niggas like, it does say launch title. It does say launch games. Niggas couldn't say that shit. But since there was no upgrade at all, niggas couldn't fall back on anything, and they had to default to Sony lying. You know what I mean?
I think low
Which is
key.
where
I
which
think
they
low
were lying.
key.
They're lying on all sides, bro. But like I said though, like niggas still wrong though, and I'm still right. That's all I gotta say about that.
You just hate to be
Like.
wrong. The need to be right.
I can be wrong, but I didn't write the blog, nigga. The blog says it in plain English, nigga. It
I
says launch titles or whatever, launch games.
I
If you
was,
gonna say Horizon was in the launch window now,
I mean, but we don't
I
know what a launch
guess.
Windows time frame is. I will say
Yeah.
this, Marco, and you kind of made me think about this shit. I think we are going to get some more cross-gen games, but they will not be AAA mainline games. We may get games that are like AA games, you know what I'm saying? Or multiplayer or standalone games that are going to be cross-gen, which I believe is going to be like factions. But Sony still has yet to actually find a way to deliver the message of factions. That's the last piece of the pie, man. That's the last piece of the pie. That's one thing that's a thorn in their ass because it was supposed. Well, it never guaranteed a multiplayer component with The Last of Us. One can say that, but we already know that Sony can do 180s and shit like that.
I
So
mean, it wasn't the original, so I guess
I
people
mean,
expect it.
but you can assume and expect it. Doesn't mean that they promised it. Now,
No, I get that, but like but now, Sony's in the pickle. They keep acquiescing to these fucking dudes' demands. Now now it's over for them niggas, bro. I want factions free, and my update my Last of Us 2.
well,
I'm gonna
no,
be
no,
pissed
no.
off.
They already planted the seed. They already planted the seed.
Ah, this shit better be
You
free.
want to know what it is? They just stated, and this is a good way to get people to buy that raggedy ass game, which I won't talk about. Uh, this this is what's happening, right? They already planted the seed with Ghost of Tsushima Legends. They made that into a standalone game. And they're like, if you don't have The Last of Us in there, and if you want to play that shit, then it's going to be this, and it's not a part of the storyline. So if you had an issue with the storyline, you know what I mean? Then it's let me see,
You
Naughty
have
Dog
to wait,
update.
wait, come out. You have to pay for Legends.
No. If you have the game, no,
No, but why would you buy the Legends by itself when you can just buy the game and get it free?
because it's cheaper to buy Legends than to buy both.
But you don't want to play the story. I don't get what's going on here. That's
There's
bullshit.
niggas
Like,
out there who I guess who just don't like single
They
player.
got they got the analytics. So like for something like Call of Duty or Killzone and stuff like that, there are people that just do not play. There's a small percentage of people that plays a single player, and Sony has
yo,
been.
who the fuck is like? We just want to play the multiplayer of Ghost of Tsushima. Like, who is that person, bro? Like, I gotta see them and be like, yo, go see a therapist, nigga, and put this man on a watch list. Like, what kind of nonsense is that, bro? Like, come on.
I mean, listen, I didn't make the rules up. They know who's playing what. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
Lionel, if you gonna say Horizon was in the launch window, then so was GT7. That shit got delayed to 2022. That
GT7
means
was definitely in the launch window.
That was
exactly. So
That
what?
shit
So
was
no, but
definitely in the launch window.
that was
It got
really
delayed
known
though.
to be in a launch window. That was
exactly.
no. But this the sizzle reel that they showed was actually on GT7 was in there, and Horizon was Horizon in there. Oh yeah, they did show Horizon. They just showed that clip.
They
Well,
showed the one with her with the
you're right.
dragon and some shit. Her like in the casino with the dragon. Yo, GTA 7 literally got delayed out of 2021 into 2022. Like, how is that not the launch window? If niggas is gonna say the whole fucking year is the launch window.
Yeah.
I'm complaining, Lionel. Fuck that. Then see, that's what I'm saying. Sony pulled this shit, and now they're like, yo, but GTA 7 and God of War 2, even though they were also announced in the launch window, those are gonna be $10 upgrades though. You know what I mean? And people are now happy to pay that shit.
But you know
This is
what
all
though?
a
Like
big ass scam.
low key, like I said before, whoever's the PR person is a little more genius than I thought they were, because that kept them in the fucking news. But we're gonna go to our last topic. Is I feel like we exhausted this, and it has something to do with it. If you don't know about this channel does some off-topic stuff during the podcast. So we will talk about two game titles or game subjects. And then there is the last subject, which is called illicit therapy, and that is an off-topic thing. Which today's, as you can see at the upper right-hand side of the screen, is called human nature. We're going to still continue this conversation, but we're going to discuss the human nature component of how people work. And one of the things I wanted to kind of discuss with you guys is, and let me just kind of let me just kind of set it all up here. One of the things that I wanted to say about human nature that I noticed is that people are liars and they're selfish and they are super fucking entitled and they want to be right all the time. This is what what we have just discussed. Clearly, this is what's happening now. Speaking of the influencers and stuff like that, people will do whatever the fuck it takes to get their ends and get their whatever the case is. Now, that being said, Jeremiah, since you are talking about this a lot, right? What do you think? Like, you have an issue, and this is now I kind of want to pass this over to you because your issue is this: these people on Twitter, they're going to say that they were right all the time. Why does that bother you?
It bothers me because people don't fucking. I'm a factual type of person, right? Like I'm like numbers type of guy. You know what I mean? Like shit is right and shit is not right. You know what I mean? Right and wrong, true and false. You can't just take shit and just because you get a certain result, claim that you were right. You know what I mean? So like, say I wanted to get this job, right? But somehow I just kill everybody who worked there, and then they had an opening. You know what I mean? Yay! That doesn't mean how I got there was right. You know what I mean? It's like I don't understand people. People were saying that Sony lied, even though clearly in the blog it says launch games only. Sony comes out and then says launch window, and people take that as, oh yeah, we were right, but you weren't right though. Like I would rather them say Sony lied, we pressed them and they fixed it. That's the correct thing right there. Sony lied about what they were saying. You pressed them and they fixed it. Not that you were right about what Sony was doing and the whole time they were supposed to give you a free upgrade because Sony never intended that shit. You know what I mean? You were wrong. You pressed them and they still gave you the same outcome. You know what I mean? Two things can be true.
See,
Both.
one of my biggest things about people, right, looking at this situation, and I've been seeing this on Reset Era and NeoGaf, right? How I I feel like, oh man, I feel like some people really shouldn't have social media because the sense of empowerment they get from this situation, you know, this is a problem because now you can complain about every little thing and feel and really be a detriment of a what do you call it, a reputation. So Black, are you still there? Jemiah, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yo,
Yo, I
Black.
would say real quick though, Josh, before Black comes back.
You hear me,
Oh,
nigga?
this nigga Black.
Hey, what's good? What's good? I'll listen to that Michael Jackson since you had the human nature shit on.
This nigga. Tell me
That's
why.
my shit, nigga.
Why?
Tell me that it's human nature. My
The
bad.
people are liars,
Oh
bro.
shit.
What's good, nigga?
People have gotten worse. So this is what happens when people want to, like, because people right now they're roaming the fucking lands looking for anything to complain about, so they can be on top of being right, the first person to be right, and that's a slippery slope, right? So your character, what was that game that you were talking about? That character.
Yamazaki, King of Fighters.
Now, what did you say that you noticed about your favorite character? What they're doing to it?
I don't necessarily, like I said, I haven't proved that that's the actual developer.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was just a fan, but they basically they had him cross dressing and shit. And I was like, nah, man, I'm not cool with that shit. But what does that have to do with the human nature topic? I want to see where you got the correlation.
But you know that in King of Fighters they have a whole thing where the all the dudes are chicks. Like they have a whole like
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, you know right?
My
they had it with
point
Terry and yeah, I
my
know.
point is
Yeah,
this. It's
you
my
can't never question Japanese nigga. They do all kind of weird shit.
no, but that's not my point. My point is this, right? I don't. We already know Japanese do a whole bunch of shit, and that's not a problem. Problem is taking the existing character or uh tokenizing these characters. That's the problem. That's the biggest problem. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest problem.
Yeah, but like in like Japanese anime, you see male characters always
Well, no,
having
it's not about that.
somehow getting forced into.
It's not about their orientation or whatever the case is. It's about
No, what I'm saying is you're saying that it's tokenism, but I submit to you that that's just part of Japanese culture in general, where they put males in the dresses and shit and do all kind of funny gags and shit like that. That's just part of their culture. I submit to you, you can't have a Western ideal about what they're doing when they have done that in anime and all their fucking and live action, all their shit, they do that shit all the time. So I'm saying having dudes in maze dresses and shit like that, that's just part of their weird ass culture. So I don't want to have some you saying that there's some kind of like agenda or whatever you're trying to say right
no,
now, which is kind of weird
no.
to
I'm
me.
not. No, no, no. I'm not. See, that's what I'm saying. Let me be better at explaining what I'm saying. There are people that will sit there and want to be on top of on top of a trend, and they will call things out like, why is this happening? Why is that happening? And it didn't even pertain to them in the first place. So you get situations like, I don't know, Iceman being what he is now, or different versions of Captain America, if you want to look at the Western stuff, or representation. I need more black people in my character, in my games or movies or whatever the case is, just to be on top of it. My point is, and it's a little obtuse, is that people feel like they need to be right, and they cause heavy damage in their selfish, you know, their selfish angle to be right. That's my biggest problem. You know what I'm saying? Looking at what's going on now with what we're dealing with, and people thinking that they move the whole corporation to give them something free. You know what I'm saying? You know, as to me, it's just a slippery slope when it comes to the entitlement of people. Like, some people want free games in general. That's a big problem too, because how are people going to get paid that makes the games? You know, people think that everything should be on Game Pass. It's supposed to be free, $1 and stuff like that. And they're not thinking about the ramifications. It's all like
Yo,
selfish.
yo, real quick though, OBJ is right. See, because OBJ says the very last sentence has been tight in the statement, right? It says the next God of War and GTA 7 and any other exclusive cross-gen PS4 and PS titles published by Sony Interactive will have a $10 upgrade thing. I told you they mentioned God of War and any other fucking cross-gen games. They're gonna have more cross-gen games, bro.
I
Sony
just
Yep.
did this whole shit just so
Yep.
niggas can pay that $10 and be fucking happy to pay that $10. Niggas gonna be
Oh,
like,
what
please,
crossing games
Sony,
coming,
take
man?
this $10.
we just said
This
that though.
oh Forspoken? I mean, I think, Sony is so slick with their shit, bro.
We just said that though.
I'm just saying though, like, I didn't know that they said that shit. They're
Yeah,
gonna be more crossing
I
games
just read
at
it.
the end of the
Yeah,
article. Josh, you say a lot of shit, nigga. Calm down.
I know. I literally just read it. Lionel posted this shit up. And
Shouts to that nigga Lionel. You know what I mean?
yeah, he posted that shit up on there too. Like I said, I believe personally, if they're going to do any more cross-gen first-party games, it's probably going to be more standalone type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe is going to be. I'm standalone multiplayer or something of that nature, something smaller,
Oh.
because I think they already set the precedent of releasing standalone games. This to me looks sloppy on the outside, but they are controlling they are controlling the narrative. You know what I'm saying?
So also, I guarantee you, this is also going to apply to any games that get upgraded to PS5. So say like there is like a fucking, I don't know, like what game is like this came out, like a Uncharted 4 Super Deluxe upgrade to PS5 version. You know what I mean? I guarantee you they charge you $10 for that shit.
Yeah, they gotta make that money up somewhere because
Any
they. I'm pretty
any
sure that shit
remakes
had
and shit like that, I guarantee you they're gonna charge like any director's cuts. They're gonna start charging you that money up front. Watch, it's like
some
Ghost of
free
Tsushima.
upgrades.
They're gonna give like a fucking days.
Now they already kind of laid out.
It's ten
Well,
dollars. Yo, why do people? Yo, this is the thing.
Crisis. I don't know. Well,
Yo,
here's
I
the
was
thing.
look,
Jemiah
yo, real
says
quick though. No,
the guy says he says, "Is the $10 really that pressing for you?"
no, this is what I'm saying. Is I was never against them fighting to get a free upgrade. I was only stating, according to the blog, they did not intend for Horizon to have a free upgrade, and that's a factual. According to the blog, they never said it in the blog, and it was never supposed to happen. That's all I
Compost.
said. I didn't tell niggas not to fight. I didn't tell niggas not to call Sony out.
Hold on. Compost. I do it. It's Saturday, 7 o'clock. It can range from 30 minutes to 2 hours, depending on how many people are in the panel. But yeah, thank you for being here that long. I really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I appreciate you coming
Shouts to
through, listening to
everybody,
me
man.
rant.
Shout
But
out to
what I'm saying
everybody,
is,
really,
Josh, though, is like
and Max Powers.
I never was against people fighting for to get the free upgrade. I was just stating clearly, according to the blog, this is not what Sony said. That's all I said. Now niggas is like, does the $10 matter? Nigga, I'm not even paying for this shit to begin with. I get all my fucking PS5 games for free.
Well,
Like,
you know
what I
what? Here's the thing, because
mean? Money doesn't matter to me.
you're derailing the fuck up my shit, man.
No, I'm not. He asked me a question.
No, just in general. the point that I'm trying to make is the human nature shit. It has something to do with this. So speaking of what you just said, I want to tackle the selfishness of people. They don't think beyond what they're getting right now. And what they ended up doing with today, what they call a W, is they open up Pandora's box. Would you agree or disagree, Jemima?
No, I agree.
What about you, Black?
I agree. That shit, they like you said, they probably we not gonna get any more. They just justified the $10 upgrade.
They literally did.
Like we
If
talked
you
about that shit earlier.
they set the
We're not gonna
line
get
there.
any more free
Yeah,
upgrades.
they poked. They
like,
took this. This is what I mean by like. And there's another question I want to ask, but they took that line was like, and that's it.
you know what? That's cool with me, dog. Because like,
And I'm
nigga,
not
I was
mad at it
paying.
either.
I wanted to pay for the extra work anyways. Like, nigga, like yes, I want the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like maybe this just brought the motherfuckers who need to come back down to earth, the grounded they ass where they needed to be, because they was up in the sky, my nigga. These niggas had high hopes. I don't know what the hell was going on with some of these people who didn't want everything had to be free.
like a bitch in the sky.
Give me like a bitch in the sky, dog. Like, oh,
not only did they validate the upgrade, they validated the fact that PS5 games cost $70 at the same time.
They did.
It's brilliant.
They literally. He says brilliant.
It's brilliant, bro. It's brilliant.
But it really is though. But it really is though. It really is. This could be very well manufactured. It really could have been. And the funny thing is, like, people are stupid. They allowed their selfishness to like over just they allowed it just for this little fucking win. We did it. Right? Just for this one game that you don't even like that much, we did it.
We gotta ask ourselves.
Once Sony drop cross-chain game for the next 10 years, baby, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
We gotta put on the tinfoil hats, though. We gotta ask ourselves: is Sony the master of the algorithm, though? Because these motherfuckers, these motherfuckers on another level right now. Dog.
Yo, I don't know who they hired. It has to be, it has to be Mark Cerny. It's Mark Cerny. He's like, well, you see, if you give them options, they will follow.
Cerny an evil genius, right?
Cerny in the server room right now, dog. Toasting champagne. I told y'all, nigga.
That nigga evil.
Sing me your ears. Like what? Sing me your ears. Somebody got in
your ears.
Yo, they're gonna put a probe through the fucking headset in your ear, bro. Turn you into a fucking robot.
You gotta order molds to your house, nigga.
Let me ask you this, right? Are we in a downward slope of intelligence from people? Like, are people are just so overly indulgent in themselves that they're just fucking themselves over? Is that what's going on?
I think people are just so caught up in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think even Destin could have been paid by Sony for that Heat shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm getting too off the. I'm getting too crazy.
Wait, I'm my bad. I was reading the message. Say that one more time.
Yo, imagine if Destin told Sony, Sony told Destin, yo, go out here and say the PS5 revision is overheating and shit, and then we're gonna give you this money, and then you know, of course, yeah. What? Yeah, Austin, Destin, what all these fucking niggas? You know what I mean?
That's racist.
Like.
Yo, that's some double tinfoil hat shit.
I'm just saying, I don't after this shit right here, bro. I don't trust Sony at all, bro. This shit was some real fucking. This some real fucking. What's that nigga name? The famous psychologist, Freud shit, like Sigmund Freud shit. This is some real reverse psychology shit right here, bro. Niggas is like, you will accept the $10, nigga, and love it. like yes, we will.
You will come back to us and beg us.
But dog, when you ever selling some shit, bro, I'm telling you, it's the same tactic, bro. You ever be like, okay, I want to get $70 for this bitch. Them niggas ain't gonna want to pay me 70, so I'm gonna
charge 80, right? It was 80, like
yeah, I'm gonna tell them 90 or 80.
Games.
And then niggas like, oh my god, this is obscene. You're charging you $20 extra now. Like, okay, you wait a whole day over the weekend. Hey, nigga, look, we got y'all, nigga, $10. That's what they wanted all along. They've been trying to charge us $70 for the games. You know what I'm saying?
That's a shame. You know what I mean?
Like all along, though.
I want to say this. I want to say this regarding the human nature thing, man. Y'all guys got to stay vigilant on this shit, yo. Like, you got to really think the long term, because if you don't pay attention, shit like this happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, it will. It will literally, shit like this will happen, and you won't even know the change. Like your cable company, for instance, right? I'm pretty sure they try to throw in the fucking TV or something like that.
Always.
Always. Well, if it's just the internet, it's going to be like $100. You can have TV for $150. You know what I mean? What? Do you watch sports? Oh, you don't watch sports? Well, what about the news? You can see what's going on with the news. They'd be like, well, it is a bargain though. You get
Yo,
all
I
this
just
for
got
$50 extra.
Hulu has live sports, right? I just got Hulu with my Disney Plus bundle. I may have to ditch my fucking. I got a cable plan too. That cost me like a
Really,
hundred.
really, really, cable plans are for like the older demographic, and it's for
No, what I'm
people
saying
that
is I have cable and TV bundled, but it's like two something.
you like
And
sports
then
though. You like the
I just got,
Cowboys and stuff,
I
but
just
you
got
watch
Hulu,
any?
nigga.
But I'm saying, do you like anything else?
I just watch football only.
And then yeah, you don't need TV service. But what they're going to try to hit you with that okey doke, you're really just paying $130, and internet is just 100, so it's just $30. You'd be like, well, that is a bargain, and get fucked. You know what
I
I'm
might get the
saying?
basic, but I gotta change my thing down from like all the high speed
But
shit.
I will say this, and this is going to take a hard swerve, and people are not going to like it. But I want to set the precedent for that. You know what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about, and then we can wrap this up. Just give me some time. I understand. I understand this is a touchy topic, but I'm
Don't be
gonna.
the last of us too.
No, it ain't
Please don't.
gonna. No, it ain't gonna be a last. It ain't gonna be a Last of Us at
Okay,
all.
good. All
It's not
right,
even gonna be a
good.
Last of Us. It's gonna be about. It's gonna be about your booster shots.
Okay.
When it comes to playing the field, here's what you guys need to really, really dig into, because a lot of the times there's a lot of gaslighting when it comes to like Game Pass. You got society that is gaslighting you into, not society. The media is gaslighting you to want Game Pass, and Game Pass is just not a viable option. You know what I'm saying? Like people get gaslit all the time. I will say this: the stuff that they're planning on doing to move everything forward, and this is not conspiracy theory stuff. I mean, you can just look at it yourself. You already know, like, there's a 99% chance of full recovery, but yet we going to have to take this shot and another shot and then booster shots on top of it, all because you got everybody on board to think that they're right. You know what I'm saying? Oh, just take it. Society will be good. You know what I mean? This carrot on the stick situation. That's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? These corporations and companies are fucking devious, including Sony. They know exactly how to gaslight you and push your buttons so you will sit there and be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do it. I don't, they're like, oh, you don't have to take the shot. You're just not going to be able to go into the store or this club or anything else. It's your decision, though. And then you be like, fuck it. I want to join everybody else. So let me go ahead and get this fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? And keep it the fuck moving. I'm just saying. Am I wrong on that? The problem here is that they're starting to look at this shit now. I can even send you video clips of Israel and the people from CDC. They're like, yo, like, we got to figure out why this vaccine isn't working over there. Because like 90% of the people are like, 90% of them, 90% are fucking vaccinated, and it's spreading like wildfire and everywhere the fuck else. And they told you originally, this is the same shit that Sony's doing. They said this vaccine was going to actually work, and you're not going to carry any kind of like virus. And then all of a sudden it moved from that, and they were like, "Oh, these breakthrough cases aren't that common." And then it moved from that. It was like, "Well, I mean, it's only therapeutic. Get it for yourself." And then it moved from that. It
I
was
mean,
like, I don't know.
with a virus this widespread, the virus is gonna have a lot of chances to mutate in different populations, different ethnic groups, different DNA strands. Like it's a lot of things involved. Like I'm not. Well, all I'm saying is do what you want to do. Like right, like get information from both sides. Like I'll look at like anti-vax shit. You would say I would look at vax shit. You know what I mean? Like
Well, my
decide for
point,
yourself
my
by
point,
getting both
my
sides of the story.
my point. That's and you made a very valid point. It's not about the virus or it's not about the vaccine. It's about being gaslit by a corporation. That's what it's about.
Yeah, the corporations are gonna get paid
That's
for
that's that's
for them
why that's
sending
why
the
this is in the
vaccines out here.
topic now, because a lot of people are being gaslit into believing that shit, and you're being gaslit into the company's hands.
But also at the same time, is like we should understand as a society that vaccines are never meant to be some catch-all and some cure-all. Like, I think I think that's fair, right? We can accept that. Like,
I think everybody knows that. No one's saying it is not. The thing is,
well, I think people are
if it
acting
doesn't,
like it.
if
Like,
it does, no,
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 niggas is definitely
no, the,
acting like it.
hmm?
That's all. Niggas is
because people
definitely
like
acting like it's
people are like, oh, the vaccine doesn't work against
chill.
people are still getting it and they're vaccinated. No shit, it's a different strain. Like the flu, you can get the H1N3 vaccine, but then maybe there's an H125. You know what I mean? Like
No,
the
no,
shit
no,
happens all the time.
I get that, but what my problem here is that the constant changing of the narrative as to why you should get it. No one's. I don't least everybody that I know in my circle, we already know that nothing is 100% guaranteed or even fucking 90%. The thing is, they said it was like 80%, and then they dropped it down to like 30 something percent. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why do I have to be forced to take the shit if it doesn't work well? Put it that way.
You're not forced though.
Of course, you're not
But I
forced
get
for
what
it.
you're saying that you're being coerced by saying you can't go to these events, you can't travel. So if you want to travel or go to an event, then you gotta get vaccinated. It's just the choice you have to make.
No, no, no. See, it would work fine if it really, if it had a good efficacy and it really was like it really protected you to a decent degree. Most people don't know how this vaccine works. You know, this vaccine is supposed to cover a myriad of strands based off of its nature. There's one thing in common with all of the COVID viruses, and that's the spike protein. And it's trying to make your body identify the spike proteins. Anything that comes in your body that has similar spike proteins, the body's supposed to cover. That's all I'm saying.
I'll tell you one thing: science will never outsmart nature. I don't give a fuck what these niggas think they know in these labs.
No,
Like they're never gonna
and it
outsmart nature,
won't, and
bro.
it won't, and it
These
won't. And
these viruses, yeah.
my point is this: be vigilant on, instead of you following just because it's easier. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to read a tiny little article, whether it comes from the New York Times or whatever the fuck it comes from, and just say that I'm going to believe that and keep it moving. Do your research for every fucking thing that happens. This is how we got into this big issue with fucking Horizon Forbidden West. No one reviewed anything. You ran with it. The overheating of the PS5, you ran with it. These fucking shots, you ran with it. It's just too early for a lot of things, especially with the shots. It's too early to see what's going on. So you shouldn't be forcing people to do it. That's all I'm saying. We don't
Thing
know a
is,
lot
though,
of things
Josh,
before.
is the media is an arm of the corporations.
Yes, it
You know
is.
what I mean? Like when Biden pulled out of Afghanistan, there's a lot of anti pulling out shit because of Lockheed Martin, KBR, all these Halliburton, all these big defense contractors give
Yeah.
a lot of money to CNN, Fox, and all that other shit. You know what I mean? As fucking sponsors and shit, Boeing, all that shit. So if you're really gonna be out here, you need to do your own research, like Black said. Like, do your own research. I'm sick of people like letting anybody, these Dustins, these Austins, these Parises, these anybody's, me, influence what you should think. Go out there and do your own research. At the end of the day, bro. Like that's the problem with humans, bro. Is that's the human nature of it. Is like the Bible. People rather be told what's in the Bible than actually read what's in the Bible. It's just human nature, bro. It's easier.
There we go. I like that, Jemiah. You look at that, putting the cherry on top. There we go. I'm
And
glad.
Jemiah said,
He said,
"Yeah, good shit, niggas."
you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that's that, and really, and really, that's the end of it. It doesn't matter where you get the information from. Like he said, the Jemiahs. Hey, that's the end of it. Do your research for every fucking thing. Do not take shit at face value, especially the media, whether it's viruses or gaming. Period. People don't want to do it because they're lazy. Lazy ass fucking people. Human nature. Thank you guys for, I really appreciate the subs. There's a lot of you motherfuckers in here. There's a lot of you people commenting. I don't usually get that much damn traffic, but I hope I entertained you today. I hope me, Jemiah, and Black entertain you guys. I really appreciate the panel. Thank you guys for jumping in there. I definitely took some of your both of you your advice and keeping a podcast kind of like open ended. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I really do appreciate that. And it's good to kind of see this information that everybody in this chat has such an open mind for just the media not being accurate. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Rome was good. So, you know what I'm saying? I really do appreciate that, guys. But we're gonna end it here. I really do appreciate that. I gotta come up with something next week what we're gonna talk about. But there's so much shit to talk about. There's also these fake experts on Twitter trying to tell me how tech works. Bro, it's so
PlayStation,
crazy.
the PlayStation event on Thursday, so we should have plenty to talk about next week.
Bro, I can't, yo, because I remember
Already know.
I'm gonna say this and thank you guys, deuces. I will say this, I'm not gonna cut it off immediately, but I remember I was so disappointed in Horizon Forbidden West when they showed me those.
What?
Yeah, when they you remember they had like a good 5 hours, right? You would say my thing is observe what is happening to the vaccine. And you right. Yo, don't forget, yo, follow me on Twitter, yo. You can find my Twitter shit on a YouTube channel. It goes directly to my Twitter and shit like that. And then follow me. I want to talk about that with Absolute MMA and Ballistic. I really appreciate that shit. I was disappointed with Horizon Forbidden West when they had the 5 hours before the actual thing. Um before the actual show. And I was like, these graphics look whack, man. Yeah, I didn't feel that way.
When?
Before they remember they said they were going to do a state of play for Horizon Forbidden West, and it was like 5 hours before you actually saw the actual trailer.
Oh, you meant
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that seating shit?
Yeah. That
Yeah,
shit.
It
I had
looked
liked it,
good.
but I hated it at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
I
Because I
was
had
looking
liked
at
what they
that
were
shit.
showing and the
It
music and
looks like
shit.
it's like a screensaver to me. I wasn't
Yeah,
even
it
really
was
thinking
too
about
damn
it too
long.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't listen to the influence because they have the. Damn, y'all, yeah, I know y'all passionate about that shit. Damn, but yeah, when I seen the thing, I was like, this looks kind of like a slightly better version of uh Zero Dawn. Um, and I was just like looking at it, and I literally when they showed all the stuff that we seen, the music, everything, bro, it was so good. I bought the fuck nigga edition collectors. Like
Nice.
I was digging the fuck out of that shit, yo. Like they a standing ovation. If they can replicate that multiple times during this conference, oh, we're gonna have a lot to talk about, bro. A lot to talk about this Thursday, yo. And I'm so glad I'm off that day. I want to make sure that my schedule's cleared the fuck out.
Nah, I gotta work, so
Well,
it's like 1 p.m. Pacific, right?
I think so.
Four
Like,
o'clock
what is it?
Eastern
4 o'clock,
Standard Time.
4 o'clock Eastern.
That's like 3 your time or
I think it's
in
like
Mountain.
I think it's like 2 my time and Mountain time.
Yeah, Mountain Time.
I think it's
Yeah,
like
his is like
2.
you're like
Pacific.
2 hours. You're like two
Yeah,
hours from me or
I'll
whatever.
be up before I go to work, so I can come through if you niggas gonna be doing anything live. Yeah, it's 1 p.m. Pacific, and then so that would be like 4 o'clock your time,
Yeah,
East
I'll be able
Coast.
to come through. That's right before I work. I just
I ain't,
wake up
I
a
don't
little
think I'm
earlier.
gonna do it live though. I'm just saying in general. But
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be live. Somebody be live.
somebody gonna be live. I mean, maybe I may. But yeah, thank you guys. Don't forget to follow my Twitter. Not because I want you to gain users. I do want to talk to you guys about the whole vaccines and COVID. I want to see your point of view. That's the only reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. You guys bring up so many. Like you can go into the about section on my YouTube and then click the Twitter thing and then follow it from there. But you guys are coming up with a lot of interesting things that I didn't consider. I like to hear anecdotal information um to see where everything is going. So yeah, go into the about section. I do want to have a conversation with you guys. Maybe create like a spaces and just have a conversation and just talk about it. But
Yeah,
anyway,
on.
we are out.